Uh, hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Nice to see you all. Hello, hello. Oh, boy. Whew. Hope you guys are doing good after yesterday. Or this morning, I guess. Oh, Jesus. Hope you guys are, I hope you guys have been, playing Limbus. If you guys haven't done the Canto, hope you guys have been doing the Canto. Hope you guys have been checking things out. Forgive me for a little bit nasally. I'm all good. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Got good sleep? That's good. I'm glad someone got it. Yes, guys. This is the official... Will there be spoilers? Yes, guys. I'm right now in the title of the stream. In the entire stream. Okay, I'm warning you now. I'm gonna put a fucking giant warning saying this whole stream is a spoiler. Okay? Because it is. This whole stream. Hold on, I gotta make it fucking bigger. What the fuck? There you go. This whole stream, please. If you have not finished the Canto, please do not watch. Okay? I'm putting it in giant fucking text right here, right on top. This whole is a spoiler. This whole is a spoiler? I'm just gonna say stream is spoiler. Okay. Bold it. Yeah, you know what? I am gonna bold it. Actually, it's already bold. But I'll make it more prominent so people can see it. Okay. I'm warning you all right now, before anyone gets mad at me. There we go. This whole stream is a spoiler, okay? I'm warning you right now. It's in the title. It's in the thing. Some emojis. And Baba is you. Streamer spoiler, Baba is you. What is... I should play Baba is you. I've heard a lot of things about it. Okay. But, yes. Lovely to meet you all. Right? I hope you guys are doing well. This stream is a direct sequel to yesterday's. Well, yeah. To yesterday's, okay? We are going to be doing a lot of things today in relation to the Canto. We are going to be going through the Canto nodes. And we're going to be... You know what? Can I add those? Let me see if I can add those. We're going to be going... Does this count? Oh, they do. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, we'll do this one. We're going to be going through the nodes, some particularly strong nodes. We're going to see if we can do some challenges, like team challenges, you know what I mean? I think that might be fun. Wake up early. Hello. I'm glad. Thank you to all be here. We're going to be going over the battle pass as well. This is a radioactive stream. Yes, we are radioactive. We're going to be going over the full battle pass. We're going to be going through Aria. Oh, yeah, I can say Aria. We're going to go through the announcers. Okay. We're going to look at Stupid Faust, who is not stupid. How dare they call it stupid? I have listened to the Millie song. It is really good. Obviously, we can't play it on stream because I will die. I will get executed on the spot. I will get erased from existence. So, I'm warning you all now. Stream is a spoiler. Okay. First things first. Let's go over the battle pass, because we never got to go over the battle pass. I'm crying in the shower. It's really good. It is a really good song. It's really good. It's really calming. Clear all Kamui. Yeah, it's a really good... It was really good, man. It was a really nice song. It's a really good Millie song. I can maybe see... I guess if, like... Recently, we haven't had many super intense Millie songs, you know what I mean? Like, they've all been, like... I think that's a good thing. Right? This is, like, more, like... Not all the Millie songs have to be, like, this super tense, like, hardcore, action-y, I guess, type of songs. I mean, we've been getting these, like, obviously we have Tian Tian, then we have Sakai, I think this one is called. So we have Tian Tian, we have Sakai, right? Hero is probably the, like, the last part of Hero, at least, like, the finale part of Hero. Is, the beginning part is, like, you know, it's kind of goofy, which is, I like. Sakai. 7, and then 6, obviously we had that. 6 was probably the most intense, honestly. 6 was, well, no, because 5 is pretty fucking... 5 is probably the most, like, intense because it's rock. I mean, like, it's literally intense, you know, like... You know? 6 was also really intense, but that's because it had that fucking orchestral intensity. It was like the... You know? But 7, 8, and 9, I would say are not really that intense. 7, you could... in the last part, right? Is intense. Let me cry. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I didn't expect to actually cry. Like, I was emotional, obviously. Like, it was a very emotional content. Now, normally I don't cry. You know, normally, I say normally. It's alright to cry. You're allowed to cry. Okay? And it was sad, but I was fine. I was held up. But the fucking lullaby pass on. Nah, I got cooked. I'm sorry. I do not have... Well, no. Lullabies and me do not go together. I get emotional when I hear lullabies. So hearing that lullaby... Oh, I cracked. I cracked it. And I even went back like this more like today. I listened to the pass on again just on its own and I was like bawling. Right? Like I listened to it and after 20 seconds I was like I have to turn this off. Like I can't listen to it. So I'm gonna I have to wipe my eyes, right? Like I have to stop. The fucking lullabies, they get me. It gets me bad. So that pass on is probably my most that is probably the most emotional pass on I've had. And yeah, and the Ryoshu holding the hugging the sword, that it broke me. That shattered me, especially after the whole Canto. Nah, they knew what they were doing. Really good. I really like the Millie song. I think the Millie song was really nice. It's a very calm, you know. It's kind of like a hopeful, you know, it's like a calm hopeful. It's not like super intense. You know, it's very, you know, very right, like in the gut. There was a lot of things as well. Overall, does anyone want to say what happened? I'm pretty sure Dante doesn't forget. I think Dante is the only one who doesn't forget. What happened to her? So pretty much, she... How do I explain this? She fused with Ryoshu's scabbard. Yeah. She fused with the scabbard. It's pretty much like a reverse Catty. Yeah, there's also Gregor, which we really have to talk about. Right? So, there is a lot. Yeah, Ryoshu technically has an ego. So, there's a lot of things to talk about. We have Gregor. Sinclair. Jesus Christ. The middle have never been lower stocks than right now. Right? The middle have never had lower... It is... Ricardo is solely, and I mean like Atlas to the earth, carrying the middle on his back right now. And I guess Kiro is too. Right? Ricardo is the sole carrier. He is the only reason that the middle still have a reputation at this point. Forget my racist past. Let's talk about my racist future. Yeah. I knew Ricardo the bear. Yeah, Lei Heng as well, by the way, being just a nice dude. Well, as nice as the middle are. Well, nice as the thumb are. Lei Heng just being probably the chillest uncle and tutor to Ryoshu comparative to all of the other bullshit that she had to deal with. Lei Heng was literally like, well, I guess you say that, but like she also made him pull the sword out, and that fucked with her up, right? So, you know, he did a little he's a little troll. He did a little trolling, you know. Any tips for full stop duo MDE? Yeah, make sure to use Heathcliff if you want to save your ammo. Conserve your S1s to use and use evade on Heathcliff. You want to get, there are 3 ego ammo gifts. You want to get the Torn Bandolier, you want to get the CQC manual, and you want to get the gear shift. I mean, you can get gear shift, but gear shift is probably what you want to go to Church of Gears. Make sure to pretty much get everything from Church of Gears. He's the uncle. Lei Heng definitely deserved uncle. Marius had a good theme. Oh, dude, Marius has the... I love the Ricardo theme, but I think Marius's one might surpass it, like, in terms of when I listen to it, because I'm thinking, holy shit. But that could just be because we've listened to Ricardo for, like, 2 years. So maybe it's, you know, maybe it's, like, it's just, like, new, what do you call it? New bias? What I've got? Recency bias. Maybe it's just recency bias. Other things to discuss about. Gregor, Sinclair, well, he did get kicked out of the middle, so technically, yeah, he is not part of the middle anymore. So Sinclair and Gregor getting insane development. Funny how Rodion did not get any. Because they're saving Rodion for Canto 10, baby! But, yeah, let's first of all, have a look at this. Oh, it's still in the unknown location because we don't know where the House of Spiders is. But yeah, insane. Also, I love the I love this red thread. Look at that. I love that it. Look how I didn't even realize. Wait, dude, I didn't even realize. Chat. Wait, is this a spider web? Oh my god, it makes a spider web. The nodes make a spider web.
Speak of Poland in your view, Kamui, and what he has done for the index.
Okay, thank you so much for the support, by the way. I appreciate it, Dad. Speak of Poland in your view. So, Ried is kind of a really cool character. He's kind of really good, dude. I ain't gonna lie to you. I really liked him. He was kind of fucking... He was kind of nuts, one might even say. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was, and the first one is outside the spiderweb. Oh my god, it's so peak. We literally entered the spiderweb. Dude, Rien, he's kind of cool. I like a lot of his... You know what I've noticed? I've noticed that a lot of recent... Obviously, with Kanto 8 and 9, they're starting to do this... You know, they don't always go into detail about the character, but the... Hold on. I can just show it here. Let me find it. It goes... Wait, which way does it go? Oh god, I'm so confused. Is it this way? That's 50. Okay, well, where's 50? Here. So what I really like about Rien is that... Does it show it here? Oh, it doesn't... Oh, they don't show the tags here. Okay, I was gonna say, I really like that they show the information, like his story in his skills. You know? I really like that he was a person that was essentially... forced to be someone else, but he's still... It's in his passive. I know it's on his skills too. Yeah, here they are. So I really like this. They should do this more. In fact, I'm glad... This whole Kanto Part 3 was pretty much filled with, this stuff. Right? With this, like, extra lore being added on top. Like, dude, like, bro. Like, this is good. This is a good way to show story... without having to take up the most important, because obviously, right, the thing is, right, you got to understand that they have to balance everything within a certain amount of time. Now, as you can clearly see, chat, we have 51 nodes, okay? 51 nodes compared to Kanto 8, which had 33 nodes, but probably the longest dungeon, right? So the dungeon was like 7 hours long or something. So the dungeon was 7 hours. This is 33 nodes. And then I think, what, have we finally beaten Kanto 4 now out of nodes? No, we just barely behind Canto 4, but Canto 4 has mostly fights. So, we have 51 nodes to pretty much just... honestly, I'm glad. What do you call them? Poland? Like Roland? Well, everyone started calling them Poland. I'm not sure why. But now it is, funnily enough, more accurate than it was before. Are you able to pack search warp floors? Yes. You can pack search warp floors. You can pack search any floor up to 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. When you pack search, you only are shown the floors that you can get on that floor. So typically for Walpurgis stuff, it is usually floor 3. That is the limit. The Roland Schizo. Dude, guys, I just want you to know. I want you to know. I want you to know. All the way back to the teaser, when the teaser first came out and we made the joke, is that Roland? And then all the comments are like, it's not Roland, dude. It's not Roland. Haha, it's a joke, guys. It's not actually Roland. It's fucking Roland, dude. It was fucking Roland. It's the white noise, dude. It actually was Roland. It was the white noise. Like, the white noise, dude. You know what I'm saying? I believed. Like, obviously, I knew it wasn't going to be the Roland, but Jesus.
It's me, Malolang. We got rid of my faker.
Yo, Malolang, we got rid of the faker. Hey, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate it. Congratulations getting rid of the faker. The white noise. The House of Frauds. No, I don't think anyone's... Honestly, I think the only person who's... I'm not even going to lie to you guys. I'm actually going to say no meme. I actually think the only person who might be on Fraud Watch is fucking Callisto, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I think it might be Orochimaru. All of the other nurse fathers, dude, they were fighting demons, bro. Look what, as much as Martius is a fraud, right? Like, look what Martius had to deal with, right? He had to deal with Vesper, Moses, and Ezra. All of them had Shin. All of them have Haki, right? So they all had Haki. Okay? Then you have... Oh, that's the index one. Where's the next one? Up here. Then you got Pinky, which... Okay. Yeah. Then you have the nurse father, right? Shiomi, which has been beating our ass pretty much for, like, the last 3 fights. So she's been beating our ass. Valencia, even. As much as I want to flame Valencia, was dead ass like, even if she was getting carried by her relic, right? He doesn't have Haki. No, I'm saying the Distortion crew had Haki. I'm saying the Distortion crew had Haki, right? And Valencia, even though that she's a fraud, dude, she was beating my ass. Right? She was beating my ass. Had the damn near sacrifice herself. Sacrifice herself, it didn't matter. Hohenheim was getting his ass beat. We were getting our ass beat. She has a relic. Yeah, she has... They all have a relic. I think except Callisto. Right? She is carried by the relic, but... Think about it. She was doing all of that, and she's out of her prime. But not the prime to be, you know... But she's out of her fighting prime. You know what I mean? So... She was putting up a fucking effort. But no, I don't think any of them were frauds. Even Callisto, like, dude, even Callisto would have been perfectly fine until fucking, you know, what do you call it? Until fucking John Sinclair appeared, right? Until John Smoke War 2. She did actually care about Lucio. Yeah, but it's one of those things where it's like... She's like, it's one of those toxic things where she literally beats the shit out of them, but like then he dies, and then it's like, I actually cared about him all along. Like, obviously she cared deep down inside, but fuck you. She's still a bitch. She doesn't deserve to feel bad for him. You know what I'm saying? Because she's a giant dickhead. Got a sword lobotomy from thing. Considering they more of a serious wound. That is true. He was the nicest. I actually do agree. I actually think Callisto was pretty much... Like, especially the part... Okay, like, I think one of my favorite parts was definitely when Hohenheim and Callisto were you know, Hohenheim had to buy time, right? And Hohenheim, he just deadass, he walks up and he starts calling out Callisto on everything. He just says, I actually think you suck at art. And it turns out, yeah, he does suck at art. That's probably why he's not a maestro. He probably got kicked out. Got kicked out because he actually sucks. Hohenheim's just like, yeah, like, this sucks. He says, your art's dog shit. I think you know, it's too simple. It's too basic. All Unbreakables versus Gregor. I think that's where it kills me. Slop art. All AI generated art from Callisto, right? So like, even Ryoshu didn't like the art that he was doing. With no cognition of any, he has seen hell there, pretty much. And then we have this issue. Dude, we have to do. You know, we have to do this fight again, chat, right? This fight, I want to see the clear statistics. Who did people bring for this? I just want you to know. I want you to know. Yeah, no. I might have brought in Haisho Heathcliff, but I was level 55 and I had Lee Rodion. I don't even know how many turns I did this in. This is probably one of the sickest things in this content. Like, I know we joke about hyper moments and aura. I think the whole hyper moments and aura is definitely overblown. Like, not just because something cool happens on screen or just because something happens on screen doesn't mean it's hype moments and aura. This was hype. This was building for fucking 9 Cantos. Right? This was building for 9 Cantos. Level 90. He's not even complete. By the way, where's that fuck-ass skill? Where is that? Here it is. Yeah. Oh. Son, don't forget to go for the heart. I don't know what his gimmick is, besides don't use Unbreakables. So, Gregor's gimmick is he has this roach shield, and he can't be affected by status effects. So what you have to do is you have to inflict statuses on him to reduce his shield, and the roach effect. And the roaches, when they're on you, you take fixed percentage damage. Not only that, but he breaks unbreakable coins, right? So he gets power the more unbreakable coins there are. That's his gimmick, so you have to... But yeah, this fuck-ass skill. I kind of, like... This kills Vergilius. It's not even fully unwrapped. Actually, wait, he actually has a weakness? Oh my god. Wait. He's the Maharaja. Wait, are you telling me I was fighting him... I was fighting him fucking nerfed? Lee Roja is fucking Pierce. Are you telling me I brought Pierce resistance into the fucking Roach? I didn't have any blunt IDs at all. Bro, I brought Lee Roja in here. Oh my god. I trolled, dude. I mean, to be fair, how was I supposed to know the weakness? Yeah, that's true. Well, how was I wouldn't have known the weakness when I got in, right? So it's like, it doesn't matter. That's a Yi-Sang upscale. I'm gonna be blunt. Yeah, no, to be fair, I had a lot of status affliction. So it doesn't really matter because I had a lot of status affliction, but... Yikes, man. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, don't even get me started on these two, dude. Oh my god, dude. Don't even get me started on these two. Rest in fucking peace. Rest in fucking... Or I should say, rest in non-existent fucking pieces. Dude, Ren did not deserve that, bro. Ren did not deserve it. I'm gonna lie to y'all. Sora... and Ren did not deserve what they got, bro. They did not deserve what they got, bro. The UI being... That was so cool. The UI being carved away. You know, why am I pointing at a custom scene? Is this modded? Sora deserved the low-key? I mean, is it deserved if she's, like, manipulated? I'm clicking wide squares. Never fought him. Ah. What an insane, He's actually weak. He's weak to Slash? Oh, he was weak to Slash. Oh, duh, he's weak to Ryoshu. Who are you talking about? My OCs. Ah, my bad, guys. Okay. There's only one complaint I have with Canto 9. I'm gonna give you right now, this was so far probably the best Canto. But I have one complaint. Only one complaint. Where the fuck is Bamboo Hatted Kim? Where was he? He was supposed to be with us! They name dropped him on the last one. The last 2 sentences of part 2 had Bamboo Hatted Kim, and he wasn't here. He wasn't here, damn it. Where was he? Where was he? I was waiting for him to be an ally. He was sleeping like Blade in Marvel Rivals Season 3. I actually think Diaz held him back. There's no other explanation, okay? There's no other reason. Maybe Inavalo? Maybe. Alright, I know the real reason why Kim wasn't here. Yes, he was recovering. Okay, so what the actual thing was, and you're correct. They never said that. They didn't say that Bamboo Hatted Kim was joining. They said it was Vespa talking about who was part of the LCD, and he mentioned why you can't call me a junior because we have Angdu and Bamboo Hatted Kim with us, right? That's what he was saying. I know they didn't say that he was joining, but I really wanted him to show up, dude. He could be anyone. Right? Also, R.I.P. Saud. She's just gone. Dude, Saud left. I'm so sad. I'm telling you guys, there is no way the next Inavalo is not a Chapter 9 Part 4. Right here. Might as well call it fucking Part 4. There's no way. Saud is gone. I'm so sad about that. Hohenheim, we don't get to talk to him anymore. She'll be back eventually. She has no arm. Saud has one arm. She's fine. She did get her good ending. He was moving in light speed. You know? She's in indefinite leave, is what they described it. She's on indefinite leave. Right? I'm so sad. You know? Have you watched the MV? Yeah, I saw the MV. It's a really cute picture. She does. She deserves it. Hohenheim also went on leave, yeah. I think they described... Well, he was in the CG at the end. I don't think... Did they say he went on leave after? I think he said he went on leave after. Alyssa went on leave, yeah. Well, yeah, Alyssa went on leave. Hohenheim stayed. He went back to work. Yeah. Hohenheim, he was in the CG, the pass on CG. He was working. Alyssa went on leave. Sal went on leave. Ahab mentioned. Yeah, Hohenheim was at work. He went back to work, pretty much. When you're dealing with time bombs, that is a sinners. Yeah. Oh, no. Hohenheim's not on leave. I meant Alyssa, sorry. So, there's definitely a lot to be explained left. Like I'm telling you, the first Inavalo we're gonna get is gonna be the Spring Cultivation. Because if you didn't know, right? Like, Spring Cultivation is its own Inavalo, of course. But, I'm not gonna lie to you. You could take Spring Cultivation, right? Take Spring Cultivation, and just slap it here, and call it Kano 8 Part 4, and it fits pretty much perfectly, right? So, that's what I think is going to happen with C9 first Inavalo. I think they're going to make the next Inavalo. It's going to be its own thing, but it's going to have a very heavy tie-in with C9. Like the next part of C9. There is a very high chance that we could be going back to... Yeah, so, actually, you make a great point. But we get less lunacy. So So here's the thing. The ending of Canto 9, we finally got to see the N-Corp crew doing something, preparing for the second Smoke War. Right? Suikodo Ara? Maybe. Do you think we'll get SCD Kira? Oh, that is true. We actually don't know if Kira is alive or not. Well, we said we'll bring her back alive, but we don't know if she's lived or not, so we don't know. So, we finally got to see the N-Corp crew, right? Talking about how the Fanatics, the Chromer's dad, fucking what a drop. Chromer is a title, by the way, not a fucking name. Right? So Chromer's father, Chromer Senior, they're gonna lead a second Smoke War, pretty much. Right? It's too soon considering how he was in the yeah, no, it's not actually a second Smoke War, but Herman described it as a war to rival the original Mechanation War, right? It's a surname, yeah. Right, so it's not, I'm using the word second Smoke War as like a reference to how big the war is going to be, right? So, it is that the thing that's like, Canto 10 might be about finally confronting the N-Corps. Because if we go to N-Corp again, and we deal with N-Corp, we gotta go deal with Hellman's group. Who knows? But yeah, so that was insane. That is, I will lie to you, I will say, I really enjoyed the Kano. I know that there are gonna be people who say that they were disappointed or that it had like a mid ending. I don't think so personally, but I can see why people might say that. I don't agree with it. The main thing I hear is like, oh, there's not enough Ryoshu in the Ryoshu Kano. I think there was quite a lot of Ryoshu in the Ryoshu Kano, especially considering the thing is, right? The thing about the Ryoshu content is the thing, right? Here's the thing. There's only so much you can repeat the thing of Ryoshu is going to kill the Nurse Fathers to get her daughter back. So many times, that is the main thing that they were developing on, right? Super Fast is our Fast? I hope not, because my Fast is adorable. But yeah, it's our Fast. So, the whole thing about Ryoshu, it's like, oh, Ryoshu didn't really get a lot of screen time. I think she got a lot of screen time, to be honest with you. Excuse me. Right? I know some people, I think the reason that, okay, you know why I think that the reason is? I think the reason people say there's not enough Ryoshu time is because the Kanto kept jumping around. Right? It kept jumping around. If it was a consistent one story, so like here's the thing. If all of the other parts were in a straight line and you did the Ryoshu part, no, I don't think anyone would be like, oh, he's now stupid fast, Fumo. That's crazy. I think the thing is, people were not used to the jumping. Is this the longest Kanto? I think it's tied with Kanto 4 and with the Kanto 8. No, personally for me, I really liked that we kept jumping around. I thought that was cool. I thought it also makes sense because, you know, this was based on Hellscreen. And apparently in the stories of Hellscreen, there's like multiple stories, right? So I think it felt in character for it to do that. I didn't have any issues. I felt like watching 2B Hero. I had no issues. I thought, as I've said, I thought there was plenty of Ryoshu. I thought Ryoshu had lots of development. She had a lot of screen time. She had a majority of the screen time. She had a majority of the focus. And all of the Nurse Fathers, right? Every time we interacted with the Nurse Fathers, we'd always get more Ryoshu content with the Nurse Fathers. Because you got to remember, the Nurse Fathers are just as important as Ryoshu, because that's the whole reason that she's developed the way she is, right? Kano 6 had no dungeon. Yeah, Kano 6 had no dungeon. But Kano 6 had no dungeon due to... specifically, Kano 6 had no dungeon due to... delays. Right? And they mentioned that, like, they didn't do the dungeon. I think Kanto 6 still worked without a dungeon. Personally, I think it worked better without a dungeon, right? And I think Kanto 9, I think them not doing a dungeon was the right play as well, to be honest with you. I think you don't always have to do a dungeon, I think. Right? I think there is times to do a dungeon, and then there's times to not do a dungeon. For example, I think they're being a lot more lenient with dungeons, right? I think they're being a lot more lenient. Kanto 8 had the dungeon in the middle, and I think that was really good. Because it was like a whole section. So they made a section about it. You could have argued... There is an argument to be made where you could have made the House of Spiders a dungeon. Right? But then, yeah. But then the problem is you have the split teams, right? So how do you work with that, right? And also the thing is... Yeah, you gotta understand that Kanto 6 was made without the dungeon, but they didn't really used to it. They weren't really used to it. Yeah, 9 was definitely the longest. Right? 9 was the longest. Even with Kanto 8 dungeon, 9 is still the longest. I mean, look how long it took me to beat fucking part 3. It took 10 hours. And I didn't fuck around. Like, for the first half an hour, maybe we fucked around to do the battle pass. But after that, dude. Yeah, allows better replayability. OSTs were peak. I genuinely enjoyed all the fights. I don't think there was a single fight I didn't like. I really liked all the fights. I liked all the Nurse Fathers. I think they had a fun fights. Obviously, some of the Nurse Father fights were more gimmicky, right? Like the middle. Like the middle fights, this was a gimmick fight. The gimmick of... but I really liked that. I think, genuinely, the coolest mechanic was definitely with Vergi and the Roach Emperor. I really liked the fact that Vergilius goes around you. It took 12 hours? Jesus. Okay, well, there you go. Valencia, dude, I think Valencia almost beat my ass. Valencia and second phase Valencia and second phase Mattias almost fucking killed me. Callisto was lame. I didn't mind Callisto's gimmick because Callisto and Arbonite kind of shared the same gimmick. Like, out of all the Nurse Fighters, they really did share the same gimmick. It wasn't as flashy as it, but I really liked the Corpus thing, so I thought it was fine. What else? We got Hohenheim as the gimmick. So, like, the whole gimmick was, like, you're supposed to let Hohenheim and Alyssa deal with all the gimmicks. Was fighting her liver. Yeah, obviously they're not all perfect, obviously, right? But I do think, generally, they were pretty good. I had no issues with any of the fights. Rian was a fun fight, too. Even though I used Haisho just at the very end of the stream, it doesn't matter. He killed half my team, even when I... Like, before anyone says, use Haisho on Rian, he still killed half my team at the end. Alright? He still beat my ass. Nonetheless, Rian was an enjoyable fight. I liked Rian. I liked fighting the Pinky Nurse Father. I had no problem with the Pinky Nurse Father. I think the Pinky Nurse Father was definitely the funnest one. Not the funnest one, but definitely I enjoyed the Pinky Nurse Father gimmick. Furioso Orlando Crescendo. How many turns did it beat to beat Rian? I don't remember. There were only 2 fights I lost in this chat. I lost this fight. No, sorry. I lost this fight. The only reason I lost this fight, by the way, I just want to say this. I lost 2 times in the whole Canto. I lost once to this fight. Now, how did I lose to this fight? Because I was a lower level than the enemy when my allies died, I corroded into Thorough Kaguya, which when you use Thorough Kaguya, it takes away your HP when you use it. I corroded twice, got under half HP in the 1v1, and then I didn't have enough healing to survive the duel. So I got RNG diffed. But Rian actually beat me. He genuinely beat me. I fucked the gimmick up. I did the gimmick wrong, and he beat me. So that was like a genuine fair, he beat me fair and square. And as a note, I used only level 55 IDs. Right? I used only level 55 IDs, and I think the only IDs that weren't level 55 were the new season ones. So like Otis is 60, Don Quixote is 60, and Faust is 60. But that's because I want the new season IDs to, be up to date, and I want to use my tickets. Now, with all of that out of the way, that's how I feel about the Kanto. Could it have been harder? I think it was still decently. I mean, I heard a lot of people struggle with Gregor. So, Clash with Ryoku's Ego. The Nerf area is 5%. Right? Is the spiderweb? Yeah, I think it's cute. When higher levels are, the lower level one increases by SP. Yeah. And yeah, so that didn't, that, you know, that helped. So I corroded on that, but we survived. So here's the thing. If you read, as all other Cantos, here's the thing. What are we going to be doing today, right? So we have a few things to do. Okay? We have a few things to do. Number one, we're going to look at the Battle Pass. Were I unhappy with the team limitations? Nah. It didn't bother me. I know that bothered some people. Some people were like, oh, we pulled for the IDs, we can't even use them. And I think I get it, but when we're jumping around so many fights, everyone was eventually used. I literally had no problem with it. I had no issue with it. I thought it was perfectly fine. I actually quite enjoyed it, even, to be fair. I thought it gave us a little bit more variety. So, let's talk about the Battle Pass. So, I claimed everything. So obviously we have the universal shards, we have thread, we have modules, we have lunacy. So the universal threads are the new guitars. Like, yeah, we're gonna definitely talk about that. So the most important thing about the Battle Pass here, we have a few updates. We have the up tie and thread spin only shards. Dude, these are fucking cracked. Right? We go all the way. Lunacy, more shards. I think a total up to about 150. More thread, lunacy. To our most important first part here, we have the raid banner, which is very nice. We'll go through that together. Here we have the Aria announcer, who is so adorable. And the great tricolism Yi Song. So, we are going to be definitely using these ego setter. Now, we used Ryoshu a bit. We didn't get to use Yi Song because we couldn't fuel the gloom, I believe, right? But let's talk about great tricolism Yi Sang. Dude, this is the, I think, third WoW that has a triple status. The first one is Blind Obsession. Blind Obsession is charge, poise, and charge, poise. Oh my god, what is it? It's just no, I'm stupid. What am I? Charge, poise, what? Oh, it is charge, poise. No, it's just charge, poise. Okay, this is just charge, poise. I was thinking what the final thing is. This is a triple status WoW. Okay. No, there's no rupture in this corrosion. No. It's just charge, poise. Sinking. It has sinking, but that's in the passive, so I don't think it counts. Alright, so back to Yi Sang. Ego. I have it up there for us, so I can just view it here. Look at that. Triple keyword. Yeah, sinking's on the passive. Holy shit, dude. First things first, triple status. Okay? Dude, getting the rocks on this might make this the strongest WoW ego in the game. In Mirror Dungeon. Alright, I'm talking Mirror Dungeon now. Alright, so Mirror Dungeon specifically, this might be the strongest WoW in the game. So far. Until we get to Ryoshu's. So, let's go over it, like, slowly now. It is a 4-coin, Unbreakable. We have Burn Sinking, which, crazy we get Burn Sinking, dude. Burn Sinking is going to be crazy. Coin Power 1 makes it all 4s. We have Poise. Now, it is only 7 to 2 Poise. There's not a lot of Poise count, especially, right? There's not a lot of Poise count. But the most important part is the Shattered World and the first coin here. So the most important part, obviously, is this bit. So, you can give a coin power? Yeah. Might be crazy. So we have the burn sinking. So it is -1 in sinking count. Which is, I mean, dude, being -1 in sinking count, pretty fucking good. Obviously, it inflicts burn count. It is neutral on burn count. Because it inflicts on crits, specifically. Now, the thing about it is you have to crit on the third hit. Which, depending on how much poise you have, might be a bit RNG. But if you could build poise or generate poise, like, I guess, 1 Thorokagia from Faust or Ryoshu, you're probably not going to have an issue, right? But this is going to be designed around the ID that comes out for it, right? Kind of like how Lord Honglu's designed for Tears, Captain is designed for Blind, Wild Hunt is designed for Binds, Yearning is designed for Manager. The Yi Sang ID will come out. That will be around this. Now, I'm saying that as like the capstones, but non-capstones include the non-capstone tier 4s, which would be Sinclair. We have... we'll take any Rupture Sinclair, to be honest with you. Then we have Binds Otis has 3 Bind ID, which work perfectly well with it. Prince Mersault with Yearning. We have, I think that's 3 on the 4th one. I don't know who came out in season 4. Who was the capstone in? Well, that wasn't a he at that point. So I'm talking WoW specifically. So yeah, whatever the hell is going to happen with Yi Sang. We also know, by the way, this is for a capstone, or at least, because look at this. Right? Well, technically, High Show Sinclair upscales with if you want to be specific, High Show Sinclair is the best one to use tiers with. But yeah, look, Shattered World. First of all, more damage from burn. Nice. So now we have a little bit of an extra burn. Only 1.2 times. Which is going to be what? From 99 burn, that's going to be 119, I think. So it's an extra 20 burn damage. Which is good. You know, it's extra damage. 10% more damage from Yi Sang, though. This one is crazy. The Green Sinclair. Well, you can use this on Liu. See, the thing is with Mersault, you could have used Yearning with Rhino pretty easily, right? Like, you can use it with Rhino. But Yi Sang already has amazing sinking IDs and an amazing burn ID, so you could already use this with it all. But yeah, Shadow World inflicting Wrath and Gloom damage, obviously depending on what you have. You inflict burn, depending on the sinking on the target, which is crazy. And then you activate burn. So this is clearly meant to be burn focus, okay? All Canto so peak. Yeah, if it applied to unique burn, it would have been GG. But this is clearly meant to be burn focus, so burn superiority, and then sinking extra. Now, I think the corrosion does pretty much the exact same thing. I think it swaps this to around. Yeah, it does a lot more damage on the final coin. So instead of here activating the burn, it activates it earlier and deals more damage. But yeah. Burn season is real. Now, the passive is interesting. So if you have Shattered World, which you can only activate by using the Ego, you inflict more burn potency and sinking potency, which I think is quite nice. The burn potency is not really hard to inflict. The sinking potency could be nice. Up to extra 8 potency per turn, which is very nice. And then this is probably the most interesting part of the passive. For every enemy killed due to burn, which again, this is very hard. So killing people with burn, this is meant for not bosses, okay? At least this part, like, okay, the passive is split up into 2 sections, okay? This part of the passive, okay, is meant for bosses and single targets. Oh, excuse me, I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. All right, as I was saying, Butterfly of Entangled Lives. What a sick fucking name, by the way. So, as I was saying, this passive is split up into 2 sections. This first half here, which is the burn and sinking potency on Shadow World, is meant for single targets. This is more bosses. When you activate this passive, this is what you're focusing on. Shattered World, obviously, thank you. You're focusing on those bosses and whatnot. And then the second half of the passive, which is the enemies killed, this is clearly meant to be for wave fights, right? Because you got to remember, burn, and I've said this, the recent burn IDs, all burn has been pointing more toward a wave clear multi-enemy status, okay? That is how burn is becoming. Burn is, instead of burn strictly being just like, you know, the damage tick at the end of the turn, it is becoming more spread burn across everyone. Everyone's getting burned. You want burn on everyone. You want people to die to burn. So that's what this is going to do. You get a random attack type damage up. It's randomized for each instance. So you could get, now I'm curious, does that mean you could get like //pierce or pierce blunt slash or slash dumb, yeah, whatever. Anyway, it is damage up. So I'm not sure. We'll have to see if it's percentage damage or if it's just the +1. But not the most... You're probably not going to see that much unless you're doing wave fights. Right? The most important thing is the Shattered World. But in terms of strength, being triple status, yeah. This is definitely made for Rian. Yeah, so whenever, if Rian exists, we'll see how that works, right? Back to the Battle Pass. And for the rest of the Battle Pass, once we have reached 80, which was Yisung and Arya, which, by the way, I'm saying this right now, okay? The corrosion was pretty much the same thing, I think, except it deals more damage on the last coin. So, I'm gonna say this right now. Arya and Arya. I'm saying it correctly, but my accent, because I see people comment, you're saying Arya's name wrong. No, I'm not saying Arya, I'm saying Arya. Right? I'm saying it correctly, but you're hearing the same thing. I'm saying it 2 different times. Look, I'm gonna say it differently. Arya and Arya. I've said it differently. Now I'm going to say the right way, which is Arya. You can't hear the difference, but I'm saying it differently. Right? Arya. That is how you say it. Arya. Arya. I'm hearing Arya. Yeah. See, people are hearing Arya, but I'm saying Arya. 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 I'm saying it. It's just people hear Arya. I'm not saying Arya. I'm saying Arya. It's the accent. Isn't it Arya? Yeah, I'm saying Arya. We know you're cursed. Yeah, I'm saying it correctly. I had to make this clear because I'm not mispronouncing the name. I am literally going Arya. 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 Arya is how you... Arya would be wrong, but Arya is how you say it. Now, I gotta defend myself. Alright, anyway. Next, we have boxes, thread, pool tickets, boxes, thread, pool tickets, boxes, through tickets. We have House of Spiders, which is a very nice banner. We'll look through the banners, obviously, as well. Going through here, yippee, yippee, yippee. Oh, we got, guys, we have the Season 7 de-extraction ticket. But I don't pronounce my H's like that. So they'll be like, Arya, like, nah, it doesn't, So, we have the Season 7 de-extraction ticket. Very pretty, by the way. Moving on. The final Under the Projected Night Sky, which is very nice. Argalia. Alia. And then we reach Ryoshu and Great Trichologism. Ryoshu. Now, it's going into my personal collection. Honestly, I might agree with you. Might have to agree. Is that the white noise? So, here we go. Let's talk about Ryoshu Ego. Now, from the surface, I think people might think this is bad. But, this might be at least top 2 strongest WoWs. Okay? Let's go over it. First things first, it doesn't actually clash that well. Actually, quite bad at clashing, actually. Is a 3 coin at a base 21 value, which is not very good for a WoW. But let's look at the actual, let's look at the in-depth thing for it. So, we have a max of 7 poise potency. So it is poise, again, poise. What's top 1? Probably Tears or Binds, I'd say. Tears, Blind, Obsession, or Binds. They all fight for top 1. I would probably say that Blind and Tears fight for top 1. Binds is definitely 2. And Yearning as well. I forgot about Yearning Makala. Yeah, Yearning Makala is... Well, the thing about Yearning Makala is OP when you have Blood Feast and not OP when you have Blood Feast. So I would argue more that Tears or Blind Obsession is top 1, and then Binds and Yearning are top 2. But if you have Blood Feast, it makes it top 1. Again, it's a bit hard. Anyway, let's go through this. So you get poise, you get a good amount. So you get exactly enough for 3 crits, which is nice. You gain Entangled Life, right? So let's read. Crush Bound Pass. Oh yeah, no. Crush Bound Pass, never mind. Crush Bound Pass might be top one. Unbrilliant Glory. I'm not going to count Unbrilliant Glory because it's a Arcanite's ego. But yeah, Unbrilliant Glory would be up there. So let's talk about Entangled Life. So after attack, you gain Entangled Life. For every stack of HP damage dealt by Ryoshu, right? Gain a stack for every HP damage. Now, from what I understand, is this instances of damage? Or is this damage number? I don't think it's damage number. I'm pretty sure it's every instance of HP damage taken. Or average damage dealt. Which means, if I'm correct, every skill would do... Or every coin would be +1. Right? It is damage number? I forgot about Queen of Hatred. No, Queen of Hatred's good, but you need charge. Is this damage number or damage instance? It says damage dealt, right? HP damage dealt, which means if you hurt the HP, you gain a stack. But you gain 1 stack. I can't tell if this is saying, if I deal 100 damage, I get 100 stacks. Or if I deal 100 damage, you get 1. You tested it, it's number. So if I deal 50 damage, HP damage, I get 50 stacks. Is that what you're saying? Couldn't get it at first because of the shield. Yes. Damage dealt on HP. Alright, this is the most broken thing, then. Pretty much. Okay, so this is the most broken thing, then. Because you can very easily do 200, 300 plus damage with your Oshu skills, right? So, first things first, max stack of 999. And it is a perma-flat 10% boost to base skills, okay? So all base skills just get a flat 10% increase. That's pretty good. Now you need 300. What is that? 333? You need 333, which you can literally get that in like 2 skills. Does it take Rupture into account? No, it has to be done by the skill. Have I tried selling Rien? I have not. My brain is fried. So, perma 10% damage up from just using the ego, so you want to use this. Right? 10% isn't much. Yeah, but 10% is better than 0%. Okay? Shield countered this. Yeah. But if you're... I mean, it depends, right? It depends what you're fighting. But yeah. But anyway, you get the Entangled Life. That's just free damage up. Next, you inflict Burn and Bind. You inflict Bleed. Now, Bleed is not what I was expecting Tricolicism to do. I was not expecting this to see that. Right? This is a Bleed. I was like, wow. Bleed? Oh, shit. Okay, cool. The second coin actually increases the final coin's value. Now, this is not a Clash Ego. Okay? That is the difference between this WoW and a lot of the other WoWs. This WoW is not a Clash Ego. It has no Clash conditionals. It has no bonuses to clashing. All of its coin values are in the actual instance of the ego use. Right? So in use, the last coin will get stronger. Right? Well, the corrosion might be different, but we'll talk about the corrosion after. Right? So, the first coin does Burn and Bind. The second inflicts Bleed, but the most important part is on crit, which you want to crit. You'll get 5 coin power on the last one, which is a lot. It turns it from a 21 to a 27, I think. Then, this is the big fucking part here. This is the big hit. Alright? 30% flat on crit. Very good. Coin start. You deal a max of 50% for every 10 burn and bleed on the target. Now, in a more realistic sense, it's most likely the burn that's carrying it, right? But there is possibilities that you can get bleed. It is very high, but most possibly this is a burn first, okay? You understand? This is a burn first ego. Same with Yusang. So 50% increase on the third coin. You gain 5 more coin power for every count. Now this one is a lot harder. getting 10 burn count or 50 burn count. Yeah, you're probably not going to get 50 burn count unless you're doing Mirror Dungeon. Now, on the other hand, there's probably more of a chance you get higher bleed count than you do burn count. Okay? You may be like, how the fuck does that make sense? Well, applying a Vasilian count without applying the potency is a lot easier. Depending if you use like Ring Sang or something like that. But a maximum of 5, but let's be real, you're probably not going to get 50 burn count. I doubt it. Right? But still, it is another potential 5. Then we have the final part, which is the most insane bit here. You consume all life on yourself and deal 1% damage for every 5 life consumed. Up to a max of 198%. Are you fucking kidding me? Hello? That's fucking nuts. So if you have 999, you deal upwards of 200% damage on the final coin. And as you can see, it doesn't take many turns if you're hitting HP to get above that level. Most logically, you're probably gonna hit, most logically be around 300 or something, right? So on most commonly, chat, you're most likely going to be around the 300 to 500 range, which will be around 60 to 100% extra damage. Okay, in a normal turn, right? But, oh, you think that's good? And then you read the last part. When attacking a single target, the value is applied at 2 times its value. Turning this from 200 to 400 max. So I think Poland Roland is a hint on what the status Roland might have. That would be funny. He is a copy. Index are sinking. Roland might be like everything. He might be like a ring status. Yeah, just deal double damage. Who cares? It's Ryoshi's Canto. So this is where the ego shines. This is the boss killer. This is not the Clash, and I deal a gazillion damage to, and I apply a bunch of buffs. This does no buffs applied. No buffs to herself or her enemy, or only one buff to herself. No buff, no debuff, no SP heal, no HP heal. Raw fucking damage. Is the coin applied to the ego before? The entangled buff is applied to the first 3 coins, and then the first 2 coins, and then the third coin consumes it. So you technically lose out on this 10%, but you gain on this bit here. I was doing MD, accidentally only 2 stars, and man, it was fun. Dude, I'm glad. That's good, man. Challenging yourself. That's awesome. So by the way, this isn't the strongest part of her kit. Because let's go to the corrosion. So, remember how I said this doesn't heal her? Well, I take it back. The corrosion actually heals her. Before attack, it is a 14. Minus 3. For attack, consume a maximum of 20 surplus poise count. Poise. Its potency. Pass the first 20 on self. And heal up to 20% health and deal 20% more damage with this skill. This is a mirror dungeon corrosion, okay? Unless you're using like Mage Shoe or something. Or if her final ID might be Poise Burn. Alright? But this corrosion deals with flat 20% and heals her. You gain 5 poise count, so you can hit even more. At 999 Tangled Life, you will deal 3 base power, so it turns into a 14 to a 17. Obviously, if you lose the coins, you lose base power. Don't want that. Mage Shoe could feel this. Yeah. So, Mage Shoe upscale. This will always give you a certain amount of entangled life, but the most important part here is this base power increase. Then, let's move on to the actual effects. Unbreakable coin. Again, first coin is the same, is 2 burn and bind. Then the second coin, instead of it being final power or coin power, it is 50% damage with the final coin on crit. Have I seen the tags? I have seen the tags, but we will show it off in the stream today. So, pardon me. Excuse me, what do you mean 50% final damage on the coin? Oh, that's okay. Okay, well, let's talk about the final coin, shall we, chat? As you can see, it still does 30% on critical hit. It does 50% burn. It still has final power for burn count. But you might notice that if I scroll down a little bit, oh yeah, it's 248% on the final coin. Oh, I'm sorry, and what's that? It still has the times 2 value? 500% damage on single targets? 500? Not including all of the other percentage buffs you're getting with the skill? Not including all of that? Not including the 50% extra you do, the 100%, the 100%, no, 120% at max value, not including the final coin, 120 to 620. I am fire or something. Okay? And also, the first 2 coins have the 10% modifier, but the final coin has over 600 damage at full power. Oh, that's not including the 30%. Sorry, 650. This is 600 with 50% of the conditionals. Yeah. Not including assistance. Obviously, this is assuming normal status effects. Yeah, this thing is gonna kill people. So let's see what the passive does. Which is probably one of the harder passives to get alongside Yi Sang's. I've noticed that this one and Yi Sang's passives are very hard to they're not like super free. Okay? But this one most likely affects mirror dungeon or wave fights more than it would affect like bosses. This is not really a boss. Because it affects only Ryoshu. After using an attack, if the enemy is staggered or defeated, you gain crit damage up. Now, this is the first time we've ever seen crit damage up. And crit damage up makes you deal an extra 10% per stack. Okay? So at max, you get an extra 30% damage on your crit, which probably means that the ID will be a poise burn ID. At the end of the, yeah. So we're definitely getting a poise burn. Now, as I said, this is a status is a bit hard. This is hard to work around. You have to work for it. Okay? It's not like a free buff or anything. But you do get a 10% on a crit. If you crit is quite good. Okay? It is quite a good upscale, especially at 30%. That's not including when you actually use the skills and then you also get extra 30. Yeah, it's very clearly meant to be a poise burn focused eco. But it is a triple status. You have poise, burn, bleed. And that is the new egos. Very powerful. How long does it get intervalos? Like, to do intervalos? Intervalos aren't that long. Intervalos are a few hours long. So that is the 2 egos. These egos are quite strong. They're very strong. Very, very strong. And we're definitely going to be trying them out today. It was so peak. It was so peak. Speaking of, let us also have a check out of the banners. So as you can see here, guys, we're going to be showing off the new banners. We have, as you can see, I'm using the under projected sky banner. So this is what it looks like. It's very pretty. I'll put on the House of Spiders. I think the House of Spiders one probably fits my banner better. I really like it. I will be changing my banner when the new Ryoshu ID comes out, obviously. This is very good. I'm a big fan of this. I like the color. And then the final one we have is the Raid, which is technically we're going in backwards order. Very nice, very lobbish. I like the little blood. Next, we have the announcers. Now, I'm going to make a warning in chat right now. The announcers are spoilers. This is your spoiler warning. Can you explain how to do the move that Bad Features did? You are the one who taught him that. Yeah, guys, this is pretty good. Craft a module? Sure. Lob like the corp? Yeah, I know, right? The raid? Is it the raid? Raid on the house. Raid on Limbus. Raid on Limbus is part 1. Spider House is part 2. And then the third one is the finale with Ryoshu. Now, I'm going to say this right now. Spoiler warning. Spoiler warning. Spoiler warning. This whole stream is a spoiler, but I'm warning you right now, these announcers are spoilers. And we're going to be doing the first one, which is going to be the baby. So, let's have baby Arya, who is also known as the many forms of Arya. A tick-tocking clock, a vroom-vrooming bus, and a bunch of really cool friends. Hehe, that's good. Mommy won't be alone, even when I'm not here anymore. As you can see, the announcer is flicking through all of her futures, because as you guys remember, the time vault fucked her future up. She's time entangled. Her time is fucked up, so she's like going through all of her futures. Her child, her teenage, her adult, and then her old. Next, we have Raleigh. What I really feared, whatever mom would head to work with that sword, was the possibility that she might never come back. I wonder how it is for you. Will you return safely? Or are you all liars too, like mom? As you can see, the announcer shifts to whoever is speaking. This is baby 1. Here we have adult 1, who's very sassy. Sure is nice to meet you. Mommy didn't like bye, talk to you later, so I came up with that one. It's Ryoshu. It's Ryoshu to meet you. Now this is a reference, guys, to actually the first. This is actually a reference to the fucking tutorial. If you remember, guys, Ryoshu introduces herself as it's Ryoshu. Nice to meet you. It's Ryoshu to meet you. So that's where she got it from, her little babu. This is adult Arya. I know you didn't leave the House of Spiders just to die in a place like this. Yeah, the joke doesn't translate well. It's sure to meet you. Adult Arya. Is this really all you got? If those lingering feelings in your severed and shared memories are true, then you can't let yourself get killed in a place like this. God, dude, she looks so much like Ryoshu, man. Next, we have Victory Cry. Keep going to places with the mommy. Keep making lots and lots of memories. For someday, she'll take me to the bestest place ever. Aww. Isn't the voice lines playable in the LCD ID theater? Those are the voice lines for IDs. Yeah, but this is the voice line for the announcers. Defeat. No biggie, just don't give up and try again. We got baby Ari. She's so nice. She's so baby. And now we have old woman. You think this little setback has entered your path? No. Your flow, the string that threads you all together, will be much more tenacious than you could ever dream of. So that is, I guess, I don't really know what you call that form. I guess that you call that like the grandma. I guess that's Grandma Arya, right? That's her, yeah, D-way. I was gonna, like Grandma Arya, pretty much. Here is teenage Arya. There were the days like this. Days when mom would come home before I did. I'd always feel the butterflies in my stomach whenever I could hear the echoes of her footsteps behind the door. This will end soon. Perhaps the art of shortening was the best my mother could have come up with. She did not know this journey's end. She must have wanted to truncate it. Her life at the Spider House. The waiting I had to endure. She must have wanted to cut it short. This is definitely the most unique one, yeah. Will they ever uncensored Oshu? Probably not. But yeah, this one has... I'm pretty sure there are 4 different voice actors. Oh, there might be the same one. Who knows?
끊어지진 않았구나.
Twisted and tangled, it may be, but is not yet severed. The thread is in your hand to follow.
여전히 너희가 붙잡고
That's
있어.
Grandma, or the DOA star. I guess we'll just refer to her as the DOA star. Teenage Aria.
포기하려고?
You're giving up?
그러지
Don't
마.
give up. People say that things you've let go too easily eventually turn into regrets.
후회하는 날이 찾아온대.
Next, we have enemy.
엄마가 매번 이상하게
Hey,
줄여먹는
mom's weird acronyms might be appropriate here. Sangria.
지혜. 너희
You've all been halved. Like abbreviations. She really just said Sangria. Sangria.
지금 하려던 거
Are
확실해?
you sure that's what you want to
뭔가
do?
잊은 건 아니고?
Or have you forgotten something again?
이
Unless you want to stay here
지긋지긋한
forever,
걸
make sure to
더
finish the
잊고 싶은 게
job.
아니라면 제대로 끝을
Leave
내.
no room for even the smallest
미련조차
regrets.
남지 않을 만큼 확실하게.
No Guitaria? No, no guitar version. We have her kid, her teenager, and her kid, teenage, her adult, and then... well, technically her teenager is her, I believe, her guitar one. Can I imitate the voice? How am I supposed to imitate her voice?
지금 하려던 거 복잡하게 엉킨 문제는
A tangle to be unraveled requires its beginning and its end identified.
그럴 수 없다.
If such an endeavor is beyond you, cut the
차라리
knot until
형체도
all of it
남지
remains.
않게 잘라버려.
Is this one?
복잡하게
저기 보여?
Oh!
저기 보여? 아무리 봐도 엄청 위험해 보이는데.
You see that? This place looks
내가
dangerous.
숨을 곳 알려줄까?
I can find a good place to hide if you want. Aw. Imitate her voice. I'm not gonna imitate. Do the queen voice. Do the I'm not gonna do that. That hurts my throat doing that. Did I watch the ID trailer? I did. It was very good.
우와, 지금 완전
Wow, that's like how uncles and aunties used to do it. I look at a pissed off teenage girl. I don't. Maybe if I was a dude, but I can't do a girl's voice. I can't do a girl's voice, yet alone a young girl's voice. That's like impossible.
우와,
That's that
지금
one we
완전
just saw.
상처
Starting turn after
내고
dealing
끝났어.
devastating damage. Does her guitar form not show up? No, the reason the reason her guitar form doesn't show up is because her guitar form is the ideal version. In this version, she has her child form, she has the middle school form, but she turns into the Ryoshu adult, which is why she doesn't have the guitar. Because that's not the future, that's not the desired adult future, right? And then she has the UA star.
어릴 땐 몰랐어.
When I was younger, I had no idea why mommy and me never talked to the uncles.
어떻게 했는지.
Those tutors must have been the best, even among the fingers.
강사들.
The turtle skills that were just as impressive or even more impressive than your techniques. I miss baby.
너희가 보여준 혹은 더 대단한 기술을
There's a lot of
내가
announcer
엄마에게
voice lines.
가르쳐줬거든.
What?
자신만만하게
You look so
달려가더니
confident. Was that some kind of YOLO charge? Wait, hold on. What?
자신만만하게 달려가더니 근자감이었던 거야?
YOLO. She has a VA. Yeah, she sang along the pass on. So whoever that was, I didn't see the credits. Please give me a portion of your like 1 million 3-star Don Quixote IDs. The monkey paw curls. Good luck.
할 말 아니야. 방금 건 모른 척 해줄게.
I know. What?
할 말
If you
아니야.
know, you know. I'll let that one slide.
원치 않게 받은 선물도
Even unwanted gifts can be of assistance. Like the prosthetic eye that were forced upon me.
갈아 끼워진
Read like my
내
mom.
의안처럼
Mmm.
이루어질 수 없는
Hopes that couldn't be realized. Hopes cast earthward without a trace. In the end, they had always been my own. So must this aid given by an enemy be named an aid as aid still? Whoa, Don Quixote upon me. What do you think ideal about? I think Lucio. I think we'll get a Lucio. Is it value? Maybe. Next one. A rather persistent thing clings to you. You know how to sever it away, I trust.
누가 화났을 때
When someone's mad, you gotta go hide like this.
숨소리도 내지 말고
Don't even breathe.
숨어 있어야 해.
Aww, she's so adorable.
저자.
Spiderweb has snared them.
거미줄에 걸렸구나. 너희가
Long is the path of Ashura laid before you. Its terminus hides far beyond the horizon, beyond the fog of vision.
멀고 또 멀고.
Interesting.
너희에게 꽃을 달아준다면
If I were to give you a flower,
어울리겠어.
a red spider lily,
가장 새빨간
with petals so crimson that they look lifted from hell itself. Do you think they'll do Nurse Fathers? I think if we get Nurse Fathers, we'll get some of the Nurse Fathers. I think we'll probably get the most important Nurse Fathers, I assume.
이럴 때는 지 몸이라고 하는 거야.
That's where you tell your friends sorry. There are no expressions hollower than an apology when it comes to people you want to protect. It means you've already failed them.
지켜내지 못했다는 뜻이다.
Though the chain may be invisible and intangible, as long as it remains connected between you, the time you have spent with one another will not be lost.
사라지지 않을 테지.
That is oddly a nice thing to say.
어중간한 연민이 이런
Half-hearted pity is what begets such unnecessary suffering.
목숨을
You're going to kill them, you should have gone for
머리를
decapitation.
베었어야지.
Dude, adult Arya is like sassy.
조각조각 형체도 남지 않았네.
It's been slashed to tatters just like mom's memories.
엄마의 기억처럼. 저 조각난
I thought I was just another one of those forgettable memories to her. Carved away just as easily as you did that part.
기억이 사라진다는 걸 알았다면
Had I known that the blade severed most of her memories first, maybe I would not have felt as much resentment. Aww. That's actually, so that's probably the most important lore thing there. She didn't know that the sword ruined her memories. Oh, that's sad. Mom was all good with kinds of weapons. She was the best with the sword, though.
그중 제일 뛰어난 게 검이었고.
자세에 틀림은
The
없고.
form is impeccable still.
이해해. 이런 건
I get it, they don't teach you this in school.
아무리
She never fixed her weird abbreviations, did she? It's gotten even worse. We're going to be playing with this in the mirror dungeon, by the way, so don't worry, you'll be able to hear this a lot.
아이 참, 그렇게 하는 거 아니라니까.
Oh, you're doing it wrong.
그렇게 하는
Wrong, you're doing it
아니라니까.
wrong. So that was the announcer for Arya, which is very nice, very cute. Her baby form is the most adorable. She is very cute. But that's not it for the announcers, as we have
내게 이
Ryoshu.
나를 맡겼다는 건 그 많은 각오가 되어 있다는 뜻이겠군.
So this is obviously all of the announcers are post Canto,
너희들에게 보여주지.
which is also technically spoilers.
진정한
So
반칙의 예술을 내게
leaving me in charge of the RM. Surely you're prepared for what to come from my mouth.
되어 있다는 뜻이겠군.
I'll show you the true original art of shortening.
내 놈들에게 보여주지.
Alright.
진정한 내 뭐.
Oh my Jesus.
내려라
UITGAAN. Useless idiotic travelers. Go and abscond now. What's with that look? Did you really think I could be tamed like those who turned before me? Oh my G, what is she saying? Like GRSY or IHDQH? Bro, what is she on about?
온순해졌을 거라 기대했나?
Sinclair, help.
키 클과
Not only are the HC and SC gawking me, the rest of you started doing it too. Keep stealing glances at my sword and I'll sink every one of you.
기분 나쁜 눈빛으로
Oh, is it Heath? Wait, is it Sinners?
쳐다보면 그땐 예외 없이
요
모분이다.
누나 씨.
Oh. Yo, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate it so much. All of the support is so helpful to me. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I hope you guys are enjoying. Obviously, this is a bit of a slow day for now. Obviously, guys, we have just started with this, so don't you worry. Thank you so much. Is it Heathcliff Sinclair? Oh, that might be it. Sliced like one of those octopus-shaped sausages I used to make. Ah, the food. So Gregor, Rodion, Sinclair Yisang, Ishmael Honglu, Don Quixote. Honglu? Heathcliff? No, one of these is Heath. Honglu. Interesting. So we had the octopuses. Haha, complete and utter chaos. A Shurabara. Did getting driven into a corner at every turn inspire the fondness for grungy and grim art aesthetic? It's in Canto order? Oh, that's really awesome. Victory. They all say Uma. Uma! Surely meat's always an uninquisitively ideal food choice. But I'm fed up and any stores nearby selling this JF. Dragon bed candy. There it is. It is decided today's menu for LCBT dinner is watermelon and dragon beard. She loves watermelons. Ideal. Amazing. Hold on, I gotta do it again. I know she says umal, but I think it's funny that she says uma. Uma. So, what is this? Limbus Company breakfast today? No, Limbus Company BT. Before team? Oh, the Limbus Company bus team. Today's menu for Limbus bus team is watermelon and dragon beard. Yeah, Limbus Company bus team. Amazing. Dude, what is it with her and watermelon, dude? Can I just say that was probably my favorite parts of the Ryoshu and Arya was when she's like, Arya is like yapping, and then Ryoshu is like, eat a watermelon, and she just shoves a watermelon in her mouth. Oh my, good, delicious. Thank you. She's cooking. She just grabbed food from the store. I think that was that's like my favorite Ryoshu character now. She's just like, Arya is like talking about like, she's like, that's cute, daughter. Eat a watermelon. Shoves a watermelon in her mouth. Just eat the watermelon. Every time something came up and she didn't know how to respond, she just said, eat the watermelon. Eat it. Just, shut up, eat a watermelon. Pretty much. I too have failed to bring even one of my long-held wishes to fruition. I failed to kill the nurse fathers with my own hands. I failed to protect something I know was precious. Well, Tamarani, this outcome may prove ache. Regardless, abide now and improve. Ah, favorite fruit, true. Probably Limbus. I love Limbus. So yeah, here it is double confirmed that she doesn't remember, unfortunately, her daughter, which is very sad. So that is sad. That's a sad one. This outcome may ache, regardless, abide now and improve. Won't stop? Good to know. She knows she lost something precious, but she doesn't remember it specifically. I'm sure it'll be brought up again with her scabbard. Uninspiring, but even a boring, monotonous battle such as this can be spiced up with the kind of art. What? What? Huh? Did she just trim a fucking guitar? I'm sorry? What? Hold on.
하지만 이런 시시한 전투에도 긴장감을 불어넣어줄 비장의 예술이 하나 있지.
Where did she get that guitar from? Where is my applause? What? Where the fuck did she get? Where did she get the fucking guitar from? She just pulled a fucking guitar out. They let her in the booth with a guitar. I got jump scared by that. Did she buy it? Oh my god, it's Arya's guitar! You're right. Whoa! Oh, these are the same. Wait, but these are the same ones, but different guitar strings. She says hair. That's so cute. So this one she goes and this one she goes hair. She's like showing off the guitar. It's different. Yeah, these two are different. They're different ones. She's riffing, dude. If it was the blender black hole thing, I can't agree, to be honest with you. She picked up the guitar but doesn't know why. Oh, my soul! Arya Shiki, the sword that deserves my I love you.
잃어버린 것에 닿을 실마리.
From it begins the thread of a clue that will lead me to what I lost. Don't bother me with this pesky child's errand. Make me draw mine needlessly and ILY to shreds as well.
괜한 이유로 내 검이 뽑히면 내
Araya Shiki. If only she knew, dude. It's right there. It's right there, Ryoshu! Is the downloading bug? No, the downloading bug shouldn't be a thing anymore. Dude. And we'll never tell her because we're evil. Well, no. So the reason we don't tell her is because Faust explains that as long as we follow the flow, right? If we follow the flow of what Limbus Company has out for us, eventually all of the sinners will get what they're looking for, right? So eventually Kathy will return to Heathcliff. Eventually Arya will return, apparently, or maybe for Ryoshu or something, or she will remember. We don't know, but we have to follow the flow.
알아야 시키는
Arya Shiki.
준비해둔 수단은
Any backup plans? Well, doesn't matter if you don't. It's almost FUBAR.
없어도 상관없다.
A flash of sudden inspiration might provide some aesthetic value here.
우발적인 예술
Is it true? Well, we don't know.
가치가 있는 법이지.
Obviously, that's what we're told by Faust. Faust said, yeah, that's the goal, right? We don't actually know if that's going to be true, or if it is going to be, but not exactly how, we expect. Roland is murdering you? Simply win. No, for Roland, the most important thing, honestly, is just make sure he doesn't fulfill the prescript. You're gonna get Furioso no matter what. So Poland, you're gonna get Furioso. The most important thing is to ensure that stupid Faust. The most important thing is make sure he does not fulfill the prescript. Still so self-assured, Clock. This building suspense will blow up like a firework before you can even count.
셋을 세기도 전에 화려하게 터질 거다.
Yeah.
하나, 둘.
Damn, she's like being sassy.
퍼즐은 풀어봤나?
Ever solve the puzzle? It's simple enough if you maintain step, like a music or a dance. Work that CH like your life depends on it, and the solution will present itself. What is CH? Work your clock head. That's what she's saying. Work your clock head. They're about to exhibit their signature move. No reason to refuse a show. Gird your minute hand, clock head, and don't take your eyes off their performance for even a minute. Okay, what do you think about one of the new coins, and what do you think we'll get for every Sinfinity? So, I'll talk about the coins after I talk about the announcer, because that is the one thing I forgot to talk about. We will talk about the coins after the announcer, because I don't want to get distracted, because I might rant about the coins. Like, in a good way. Like a positive discussion. Oh. Finally moved up from MTLC... From MTLSC's level now? Is that saying Sinclair? Is that what she's saying? Is she saying she's talking about Sinclair? She said MCT Sinclair. MTC Sinclair. I'm not sure what that could have been. Tranches. To ride against noisy crying hogs and tails scragging. My translator Sinclair. Oh. That is really good. Stop saying boring things like, what do we do now? Chick. It's PB time. It's PB. It's PB time. It's something time. Dude, this is so hard, bro. Holy shit. How are you guys such good translators? It's peanut butter time. Yes, it's time to eat. Is that actually what she's saying? She's not saying it's peanut butter time. There's no way she's saying peanut butter. Peanut butter.
바꿀 수 없는 상황을 탓하는 것만큼
Blaming a situation you can't change is the most pointless thing in the world. If you want to argue your rights and wrongs, do it once we're back.
안에서 배틀 로얄로
Back on the bus with a battle royale. It's payback time. Oh, that might be it. Payback time. I still have the download bug. I just wanted to dispense Faust. Really? The download bug? That's have you tried refreshing your verifying your game files? That might be it, because the bug should not exist anymore. DLI. The nurse fathers were no different. Gave me their affection only when they felt like it. DLI. He says payback time in Korean. Okay, good to know. Thank you guys. You guys are my Sinclairs today. DLI. Do LI, DLI. Don't linger. Don't lose it? Yeah, I think it's don't lose it. Damn loathsome idiots. Don't lose it. Don't like it. Yeah, it's a lot of things it could be. Spirals, fetters. Loose ends I was meant to tie up in the House of Spiders. This has nothing on that. It leaves an unpleasant aftertaste. Tisk. Knew it was WA. But what do you do? Do what you will, it's SD. I knew it was where ass. Do you will, it's super doomed. I don't fucking dude. You guys are my Sinclairs. Charging at our team of BB in that state. What's this? Some lousy exhibit decadence art movement? She has a lot of voice lines, holy shit. Well, people tend to look much better abbreviated. Don't you think? People look better abbreviated? Big Brother? Ooh, that might be it. Now that's a display of art meant for the eyes. Ryoshu whistling. On your feet before I finish this cig, or I'll assume you're dead and sink for a clean. Side and next. Buck's gonna go through hell to make you rinse and repeat. Funny Wishu. Ryoshu bird. Wasn't BB bitch brother? Maybe. Freeze where you stand. Don't you dare move a finger until you're tagged again. Oh. He's talking about freeze tag. You cut off the eyesore nice and clean. Sangria indeed. Valencia's eyeball. Callisto's favorite sword. Mardius's arm. The DUA star's tongue. And Rian's face. Am I sure to cut every single eyesore when I left that place, so I won't have to deal with them upon my return? Ah. Well, there you go. That's everything she cut. Now that's how you correctly wow against that enemy. That me when I use a Bob ego. You want to use a wow ego? Ryoshu goes, wow. Now that's how you use a wow. What I think the battle will be. Wait, O-P-R-O, then I suppose P-E-R. Alright, Sinclairs, translate. I think the ID will most likely be, they're either gonna go with like the reverse manager route, where it's like K-E. Blender black hole. Yeah, some sort of version of the concept incinerator ID, I'm thinking. Like, where she's like a complete version of the incinerator. He lost his arm. What's the deal with his leg? I don't know, he just wanted a really cool leg. E-R-O. Then I suppose P-E-R. No idea.
팔.
What the hell? And why the flailing arms? Are you trying to fistfight a ghost or something?
그 전위적인
Where do you pick up that
헛짓거리는
avant-garde
어디서 배운 거지?
nonsense? Interesting.
재밌군.
Very interesting indeed. So that was Ryoshu announcer. Obviously, chat, we're going to be having both announcers on today. Now let's talk about... So those are some very good announcers. I like that. Those are some nice announcers. That is true. Let's talk about coins. I believe it's here where we see the first introduction of the coin, but I think the first time the place we can actually read what the fucking coins are is here. Excision coin. This coin can destroy unbreakable coins in a clash. So, we have green coins, which is pretty much a unbreakable coin that is no you. The unbreakable coin to go even further beyond. Now, I think adding more types of coins is a genius way of expanding the gameplay. Look, as much as people don't like some people don't like unbreakable coins really did change the format. They did. They made the game a lot less stale. You know? So, I think... Now, we might not get an Excision coin. Right? We might not get these, but maybe an Ego will get these or something. Now, it's a bit... They might be a bit rare, but the fact that there are coins... Different coins is a good sign. And then... Yes, there is the other coin. Now, unfortunately, we can't actually show it off. Because I think you could only see it in the fight. And we can't see the fight. But there was also the purple coins. Yeah, we can't show it off here. But they erase your skill. Now, I'm pretty positive.
Can't wait for rainbow coins. Coins that can always win a clash.
True! Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate it. Can't wait for the rainbow coin. That'll always win a clash. Pretty much. So, like... Here's the thing, right? The purple coin is most likely not real. That is most likely... Ryoshu's gimmick. Or... the gimmick tied to... If every sinner gets a unique coin, Gregor might be green coins, Ryoshu might be purple coins, maybe Ishmael gets orange coins, maybe Heathcliff gets dark purple coins, maybe fucking Yisang gets yellow coins or some bullshit, right? If they do actually get individual coins. But... But if I had to say out of the purple and green, Sinclair has green. Oh, that is true. Yeah, Sinclair has green. That is fair. Sinclair has green. Yeah. You're right. Y'all right. So if I had to say then, look, it's more logical we could get green coins in the future than I think the purple coins. The purple ones are definitely flavor. The green one is potential. We can potentially get the green coin. Yellow is just the normal coin. I would say that the coins are much more of like a... I don't really think this is a yellow color. I mean, I guess it is a yellow color. I was gonna say it's more like a beige. Do you think Sins will get their own coins? That might be interesting. You know? Green coins are like the Smoke War coins. That is true, actually. Yeah, it's more like a gold. Like a tanned gold. That is actually, you make a great point. The only two IDs, guys, that we have seen with with green coins is the two IDs that are in the Smoke War. So I think the notion that green coins could be affiliated with the Smoke War might be really on the money. Purple coin, I think it's definitely flavor. It's related to Ryoshu's her sword, right? But I definitely think the green coin is a potential. Now, what could this mean for other coins, dude? I'm telling y'all. More coins. We could get... Hold on. I'm whipping out the paint tool. I haven't whipped out the paint tool in a while. Boom. We could get... We have green coin. That's not a coin. We have green coins. Good enough. We could have blue coins. We could have fucking pink coins. That is a horrible coin. Dude, I'm so ass at this. There you go. We could have fucking orange coin. The Faust coin. Fuck it. We could have black coin. You can't see the black one, but the black one's here. I'll put the black one like that. You can see the black coin. You can see the brown coin. This is the most powerful coin, the brown coin. We have the... This is more like the current coin. This is just the current coin value, but the yellow coin. The... I don't know what this color is, but it's like a shade of purple, I guess. I'm not really sure. Coin. Stupid Faust coin. Look at all these coins. When are we getting 1 to 6? That just sounds like dice rolls. What does the brown coin do? We should invest in Limbus coin, guys. I think I might make a Limbus coin and then rug pull everyone. I mean, I would never do that. Alright. You know what time it is then, guys? We have seen. We've talked about the battle pass. We've talked about the new ego. We've talked about the Canto. We've talked about the announcers. Now, how about we start playing a little bit of the game? I know, foreign concept. But it's time to play with the game. And more specifically, we're going to be playing with the announcers and the new ego. Let's go to my team here. Boop, boop, boop. Which means we are going to be Ryoshu. We're going to use Bird, because we have to use Bird.
It would be cool if we get a skill with unique coins that can clash anything regardless of speed.
Ooh, that's a good suggestion. Thank you so much for the support, by the way. I appreciate it. Yeah, that could be something similar to kind of like the text conditional that we have for like, what do you call it? Like Ishmael and stuff. So that might be very interesting. When does the MD release? So guys, Mirror Dungeon release. Dude, playing the game. That's it. I am leaving. Valid, by the way. So... Mirror Dungeon most likely will release sometime. I think it's going to be like probably next week. Not next week, the week after. So this fortnight, I bet we're probably going to get Mirror Dungeon. Typically, the Mirror Dungeon releases really close after the story comes out. Like pretty close, So, for this ego, who do we want to use? Do we want to use Maid Ryoshu or do we want to use a Burn ID? What do you guys want? Do you guys want to run Meichu or do you want to run Liu? We can do drifting. That is true. We could do drifting. I want to feel these powers out at full power. So I'm not gonna get any. We're gonna try this like with no gifts. We're gonna do a no gift run. Drifter, maid, Daishu, maid. Pretty split. I'll let you guys decide that. While you decide that, we are obviously going to use Liu. Because that's his only burn ID. Mods, start a poll. I don't think there are any... I'll do a poll. Hold on, let me do that. Alright, poll time. Maid or... Maid or Dayu? Maid. Dayu. Yeah. Will the capstone ID reuse smoke or not smoke? I wish it would be smoke, but it's most likely going to be poise burn. The crit is the focal point. That is true. So we can choose either Daishu or we could choose Maid. So either or. Mods are dead. Yeah, everyone's EP. Don't worry, I'll do it. What if white coins were virtuous coins? Interesting. All is neutral clash. It's looking like a favorite right now. Maid ID dominating. Alright, we can run that. We can run Maid. And then what we can also do is we can run maybe Hydro Pack, Hydro Pack, Mersault for Move and Reg. Because I want to use Move and Reg more. Although, would this be more of a charge ID or a burn ID? I'm always thinking about that. Choose the red eye. So this is burn. I think it's burn. Burn is the priority here. Madrio flip heads, please.
The coin colors would make sense for the sins though. Gluttony eats everything that isn't normal. Wrath keeps pushing forward. That's how I see it.
Hold on. First of all, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate it. Second, you might be spitting fire. That might be fire. Hold up. It is burn because of conditional? Yeah. That might be fire. This writing might be fire. Hold on. Do we have a secret Project Moon employee in the chat? Like, what is this? It is true. And then we have Otis. Now, Otis is the hardest one because she doesn't have an NV ID, but what we can do is just run a Bleed Ego with her, so. That's right, I'm running Barber. Alright, guys, this is my team. Now, fun fact, by the way, if you guys didn't know, someone mentioned this way before, but Blade Lineage Yi Song, his passive, as you can see here, how he gets coin power, for every poise count on himself. Yeah, this affects egos. So, if you ever needed to run Yi Sang's fucking Tricolorism at like a gazillion power, it might make it even more OP. If you want to turn it from a 4 plus coin power to a 7 coin power, yeah, his coin power affects everything, not just his skills. I think that is a season 1 ID. That is a recourse of the uptie. That's like how they wrote the uptie, and they just never changed it. Cody, you're not feeling special. We could try that, but we're gonna do burn. So we have burn, poise, and bleed. So we have a little bit of everything. It is a poise ego, though. Yeah, it's poise. Well, it has poise in it. I would say it's more of a burn ego, but it has poise and syncing application. So next, we're gonna do buffs. So why don't we do like index buff? Combat if the unit of less skill and other allies target the same enemy. Deal 5 for every target finding the skill. Said skill does more damage. Uses both base attack skills to the main side enemy. We could do something like that. We could go with... If we're gonna do ego less, if we're gonna do this without keywords, because I wanna see the raw power of this, let's take some burn stuff then. Ally with the least instantly inflicts more burn. If the target ally is 30 burn, if we count, yeah, we'll take that. Donkey, she has a burn one as well. We can take Sync East. Well, this one gives us haste. Should give us poise, actually. Yeah, sure. We'll take this one. It gives us more poise. We need some stuff that gives me bleed. Assault. I'm pretty sure this increases blood feast. Do you have something that increases flat bleed? No. Oh. That's charge. Sinking, rupture damage, tremor. We can just get Liu then. Aquarp, I think, is charge. I don't think it inflicts bleed, does it? Yes, charge. We'll take Liu. Liu for more burn. This, we can take Kurokomo, which is more bleed. I love the fast speaks of plus 1 bleed. Fishy Ishy, the Wishy. We can take Zhong Office for more SP. There's more crit damage. That is true. Rodion. You want to take Kim Salt? Oh, you guys want Kim Salt? We'll take Kim Salt, sure. What's Kim Salt passive? He does, he increases slash damage. Rodion. I think we'll do Kurkomo. 10% slash damage, that's pretty good. Are we all slash? We're literally all slash, yeah, so. Oh, but what about... Liu's do again. I don't know, at least we do this pierce damage. Yeah, let's take this one. Kurkomo. Please, Lee Roja. Well, Liu's pierce damage. We don't have pierce on this team. Well, okay. One ID has pierce, and it's Ryoshu skill 3. We need Lee Roja. Dude, the only one! She only has pierce on one skill. Obviously, we're gonna take... do we take Enclorb? No... Bliel? Honestly, quite incredible. Fine, we'll put Lee Rodion on. Okay. Put a high strike pack there for the buff. It's just full slash. Isn't her skill 3... Pierce? Oh, no, she isn't. It's literally useless then. We have no Pierce skills. She's doing nothing but eating all the food. She's literally useless. And I don't mean that in calling her useless. She's actually useless. Night all would be good. This increases bleed. One of you increase bleed. Which one is it? Kurkomo. He's there for moral support. Oh, okay. Switch her back. Alright, you know what? She can stay for moral support. Use the Roach Emperor. I don't think I have that one yet. Use Sheep as sous chef. Not a lot of IDs that that I have at the moment that inflict extra bleed. I mean, technically, I could just use Fire Fist because this has, you know, more wrath damage. We're gonna do that. All right, and we're gonna ego up everyone appropriately. 4th match flame, obviously. Ryoshu's gonna have 4th match as well. Or do we throw a Kaguya? If I throw a actually, well, no, because, yeah, you know what? Yisang needs to crit too. Yeah, I need to throw out because Yisang needs to crit. Hold up, G-Corp. That might be fire. Talking about potential IDs? No, we haven't talked about the potential IDs yet, but, you know, assuming the apprentices... Yeah, we're not going to be getting Nebulizer because Nebulizer is a gift. We're going to do this keywordless. I'm going to do this keywordless so I can see the raw power of the ego without, what's the word? Without filters. I want to see how much it does on its own, and then when we get, like, stuff on top. Take Magic Bullet. And shower. Alright, we're done. This probably won't go beyond floor 5, so no need to take a... No need for it to be super duper long. Pure keywordless. Nah, just pure keyword. I want to see raw numbers. This won't be extreme. We'll probably go to floor 5 just with this 14 because I want to test out the ego. So we are going to take resource gen. So we won't take much here. We don't need to go full power here. We can just take like 1 level up. We don't even need Starlight Guidance. Take like this, maybe starting. We don't need starting ego. Let's go with a free refresh. I mean, yeah, free refreshes are good. That's 30, 40, that's 60, that's 90. Let's go with 110. No passives. Solar EX. Yeah, let's go to this. Well, I'm allowed. I'm under the limit. I'm under the 120 limit. How much am I? 60? 120. Okay, technically I'm a bit over the limit. Okay, this means I'm not under the limit. I can do this. There we go. There, I'm under the limit. I won't take any starting gifts. We're going to fuel everything ourselves. Which kind of reminds me, can I even fuel everything by myself? I didn't actually think about that. Do I need gloom? I'm gonna grab gloom lighter. We're gonna grab Zippo lighter because I think I need something. Where'd all my starlight go? I've been spending it very wildly. Also, spoiler, as a reminder. Nest Workshop has Poise Gen. That could be nice. Oh, we can't do that. Remember, we have to do keyword list. Damn, coin into Greycoat. Kind of crazy. Grandma coat. It is to be pierced. To be pierced is very scary, guys. I don't know. We don't do a lot of pierce damage. I think we just ignore it. Also, it's too OP. I can't take it. The silhouette? I don't... silhouette. Here we go. We can deal with this. This is much more realistic. Here we go. To be crushed. I mean, just as bad, to be honest with you, but not as OP as the gifts. Red Mane is also a possibility. But I don't think we... Do we have Lust and Wrath? Oh, we do have Lust and Wrath. I mean, defense power-up's not really going to be that useful. So... I mean, it does give me haste. Yeah, you know what? Sure, we'll do Faith Erosion. Why not? Why the hell not? So do I even have gloom skills on this team? No, I can't. I have no gloom skills. So luckily for me, we will be able to fuel... So we can fuel Ryoshu's ego, but we'll need gifts to fuel Sang, which is fine. Okay. Ryoshuku! She is so kawaii. For only, yeah, this is for only. We're only using the sinners who have new stuff. So you could say this is the battle pass team. This is all the new battle pass. So we have the new wows, and we have the Teth for Heathcliff, and the Zane for Odism. That is a fucked up loading screen. When he's gonna end the poll? Oh, I forgot to do that. Oops. You reminded me. Zip, zip. Oh my god, dude, Ryoshu is the yapper. And that's why I have Dante in here. I have Dante in here to help mediate the yapping. But it's a very calm yap, you know what I'm saying? She's very nice. Nice. No announcers. Boom, boom, boom. Spirals and feathers. Ayo. Ryoshu, my beloved. Blood flame. Hiya. Har har har. Whoa. A different true act? That's gonna be a good point, yeah. As far as I'm aware, her personality probably hasn't changed much. This is a problem, true. I think she's much more aware. But I don't think she, because her mindset is she's still, I guess she's more like she doesn't have any threats looming over her anymore, I guess. Hopefully Yuri, I don't know, I don't know. Yuhith is my favorite. Dude, Yuhith is super fun. Very fun ID. Oh my god, my Stago! Oh no. You're saying this is a great tricholicism threat. I need you to use great tricholicism. There we go.
그 울림의 신이라고.
Hooray!
하지만 슬슬
Yeah, she's much more chill. I mean, she's always been chill, to be honest with you. But she's probably even more chill now. We can't take this, so just leave.
그럼 오늘 림 컴버
Still yapping.
회식 메뉴는 수박을 곁들인 용수형 과자로
Unfortunately, we can't take this, so we'll smile instead. I had an ID. What do I want? What finger associate do I want? And what playstyle do I want? Smoke. I've said this before. I want smoke. I like smoke. Smoke is pretty much just library ruiner poise.
내가 정말 두려웠던 건
Speaking of,
돌아오지 않는 거였어.
looks like it's time for our first use of Great Shrikolicism, you saying. Funnily enough, it has a favored, so he might not roll head.
아니면 엄마처럼
Drifter is right there, true. I would want to be Moses. I love Moses. Oh, that's true. We haven't even checked out the Gebra ability. Hold on, yo, we're gonna have to look at the Gebra ability. Obviously, I read the Gebra ability before, but we have to see this. Hold on. First of all, win the clash. Boom. All right, let's have a look at this chat. First time we're using it. Fracture the present 1,000-fold. Bonk. Head. Tail. Tail. Head. A long last ruined path shall finally lay shattered. The constitution of the universe in the wake of a single inevitable circumvolution. Dude, that inflicts it on every enemy? That's insane, by the way. The fact that every enemy gets the debuff is nuts, dude. So that, yeah, dude, this just means I feel more validated that this is meant to be like a burn spread, because that guy might die to burn too. What if I did it again? Do I lose SPs or just a fixed amount? Okay, it's just a 30. It's 30 SP, so it's just a fixed amount. Boom. Yeah. Burn concussion, baby. Does that mean it'll have 4 of that effect? It means that each part will have 1 of it, yeah. Well, each part will have 2, yeah. Ba-ba. Ba-ba. Mega. Massacre. I suit. We use it for full stop packs. True.
하지만 이런 시시한 전투에도 긴장감을
야.
불어넣어줄 비장의 예술이 하나 있지.
Does everyone how do people actually obtain it? Great question. It has to do with your emotions. Hockey. For the French Canto, I think we're gonna fight. I think we're finally gonna. If not, we're gonna re-encounter the League of Nine, the new League of Nine. Yes, I forgot to check out, bro. Why not Liu Shu? Cause critting is very important on the ID, so I wanted to make sure we can guarantee critting without any ego gifts. Child, rest in peace. Do I want smoke? Smoke. Poise. Which is very funny. How long will this season go on for? About 6 months. Let's refresh a little bit. Some damage up, I mean we'll take that. A little heal. Not a big heal, but a little heal. Final power and other stuff. Yeah, pretty much. Shin, not slander. That would be kind of wild. He's looking a little high. Yeah, that's true. It's a little too high. Alright. First things first. I mean, we obviously got to hit a Great Shrikolicism. But what if we inflicted some status on them first, and then we do it? Do you need Clash win? You need Clash start. You don't need Clash win, do you? No, you don't. So So we'll have these two deal with them, and you deal with them. Oh, hold on. Actually, we can use the ego. Here we go, baby. Do it. Was it Wrath and Gloom? Yeah, Wrath and Gloom from Yusong. Bab. Finally, alright, here we go. Ego of the hour. I'll let it play out. Great. Try Colocosm. Now, obviously, we don't have any poise, right? So, we might crit randomly. Reforge the past, 1,000-fold to cut it apart. Bunk. Retrace the future 1,000 to rip it apart. Reeve the Kasana of circumvention another 1,000-fold. Sanzen Daisekai. Aha! Not bad! Considering that was at no buffs, by the way. So that's no buffs, but the ego gets stronger the more we... Like, the ego gets stronger at the turn. So we use it at turn start, pretty much, to buff it, and then once we use it, like, halfway through the fight. But does it have no frames? I think it's just very, like, choppy on purpose. Could mean something.
엄마와 함께 이곳저곳을 다니며 많은 기억을 쌓아줘. 언젠가
The prescript try to replicate a random person's to force prescript? This will end with Rian? No clue. We have no idea what the prescript's doing. Did I miss the get rid of the rhino effect? Oh, fuck. I forgot. Yes, we're going to check out the corrosions as well. We just need more resources. I forgot to check the Gebra effect too. Okay, we're going to go in. And we're going to check out... Let's see. What's that? That's a good slash weak. We use slash weakness. I keep forgetting. We will see. 3-3 off the rip. That is not bad. No, not at all. Not at the bad. That's pretty good. Falling flowers. Live scope. Not really needed. Else chicken's too easy. They'll die too fast. We'll do emotional subservience. I do keep forgetting. I'm sorry. Okay, this time I won't forget. This time I will not forget. I shan't forget this time. Dude, I have not seen a 2B cleaved at all, dude. This is crazy. Then we'll go to emotional... Emotional judgment. Alright. Go down. We can't do this, so we'll have to do a check. There's an emotional subservience. Why Gussie was there. True. Alright, in the fight we go. Let us have a look and see if we can use egos. We can corrode Yusang. Now, first things first, let's check the Gebra effect. Era. Select a single unit to strengthen its stats. Applied effect. Base attack skills and counter skills deal more damage, gain power, and are converted into unbreakable coins. When hit, the target does not become staggered, and the minimum HP is reduced as fixed at 10. Heal the HP by a certain percent of damage dealt with base skills. The song is out. Yes! Units that are killed cannot be controlled or immobilized, cannot be selected. So let's have a look, shall we? Whoa. Whoa, what the hell? IRA, select Sinner. This is definitely interesting. Oh, and it shows deployment order too. So we can see the battle, in case you need to look at the situation. You can see deployment order. Let's activate it on Ryoshu and see what it gives us exactly. Will I play Ira to Ryoshu? So now if we look over here to Ryoshu, we can see the numbers. So, we deal 100% increased damage. She gets all unbreakable coins. She gains plus coins, gain a +1 coin power, and a minus coins get a final power. So she deals 100% increased damage. She has all unbreakable coins. She has coin power. For this turn, you cannot be staggered from all sorts. So only this turn that you use it, you cannot be staggered. You also, at less than 10 HP, heal to 10 HP, so you can't die. For this turn, this unit does not drop below 10 for this turn. For this turn, every coin hit from base attack skills and attacks and counters heal 10% more. So it says expires at turn end. Is that saying that I lose the buff after one turn? I assume that is what it is implying. Also, let's have a look at the corrosion, shall we? It is a red overclock, but that's fine. It'll hit Otis, but that's okay. Alright, let us have a look, shall we? Time to see the corrosion for Yisang. That crashing, that might be a bit hard. Are you using mobile? Mobile might be a bit hard, but hopefully... Yeah, we're just going to reset. When does the new meter dungeon start? Should be soon. Oh, he's a bird. May the manifold worlds of 500,000 Nayutu Asami be died anew. Within them I shall come to visit me, who has been broken into Kalpas all. Oh. The streets of myself in the dust shall scatter and meet annihilation. Oh, he like shatters the... Oh, he shattered the mirror. How do you fix this? Every time at the last second of activating rear shoes, ego crashes. Are you playing on PC or are you playing on mobile? Very trippy. It's mostly, but the final part is different. And let's have a look at the buff. Yeah, so it's probably your device most likely. So you have to make sure you have to check your device. If you're using Steam, you probably want to clear your cache, like not clear your cache and like, you know, verify your files. If you're doing mobile, you have to kind of hope. Mobile, that might be a bit hard then. Mobile tends to have issues with the crashing. Maybe you could lower the frame rate or something and that might help it in the settings. So like maybe if you go to the settings here and see if you can change the graphics and stuff to like maybe put everything, the rendering very low. I would highly recommend this maybe. So this might give you if you set the render scaling and maybe the combat FPS to a bit lower for that fight, you might also be able to do it. Also stuff like post-processing, any of these settings here, turn off any of these settings to see if that might help. I'm sorry, but that's really as much knowledge as I know for mobile. So the Gebra only lasts a single turn. So that is good to note. Now let's fuel Ryoshu's and see her corrosion. So Yisang's is pretty alright. It's the same. It's generally the same at the beginning, but but he takes the glass and he shatters it. Spork. Is Gebra buff only one activation? Oh, good point. I did not check. I think so though. It hit hard. Yeah. Very sad. Could be using solos after obtaining the ego skill. Pretty much. Solos, or if your team is dying. The thing about it is like... We'll see. We'll have to experiment with it. Does it work on egos? Ah, yes. I think it does. I think it works on everything. It might work on egos too. We'll test it.
이제 싱수에선 벗어났나?
Hmm. Is the sword different? Yes.
이루어질 수 없는 희망도
Here we go. This is a good test.
추락해 흔적조차 남지 않은 희망도 모두 나의 바람이었듯이.
Well, maybe not.
저리가는 도움 또한
We don't have the resources. We need more resources. How many resources do I need? More blood. Yes, I have seen the LCCB Ryoshu changes. It's very nice. Yeah, it says 100% works. Yeah, the 100% is everything. So, dude, you hit a Gebra. Here's the thing, right? Sometimes Morositas is not needed. Like, Morositas is usually more so for actually clashing. But if you want to deal damage, Morositas is not really that good for damage because it neutrals out the defensive levels, but the defensive levels are minor. So if you need a motherfucker to do damage, well, that's where you hit Gebra and you hit that fucking WoW or you hit that Ascended Skill 3. Right? You hit that Ascended Skill 3 or you hit that thing and that thing is gonna do damage. Like, guys, imagine, what if you Atelier Logic fucking, Eri, like Heathcliff, dude? That might be crazy. A Brilliant Glory? Yeah, dude, any of the WoW Ego, any of the, like, Ascended Skill 3s, like, the really strong ones. You think it's peak? Yeah, we're definitely trying it now. I'm gonna generate enough pride so we can, I didn't realize we have a bit of a pride problem. I need to generate some more pride. Oh, I think we have enough now. Here we go. Let's try it, shall we? Does it need resin? No, this doesn't need resin. This has poise. Alright. Let's try this, chat. Let's see the corrosion for Ryoshu. So we are checking out the Ryoshu Great Tricholism Corrosion. Just testing, yeah. Ooh. Whoa, she looks sick. The threads. Destroy the starborn future. Whoa. Dwell in the glorious past. Oh, she's floating him. Sever all the bar of singular strike. Sanzen Daisakai. That was cool. Alright, that was pretty cool. I really like that. That was sick. That was nice. That was pretty. Obviously, it's a lot more simpler than the fucking Tears one, right? Like, Tears of the Tarnished Blood was so much more over the top, but that was a very pretty one. Like, that was a very well animated one. Just being puppeted by the thread. Yeah, that was really cool. That was nice. Big fan. If you want to stagger kill a boss before he does a 20 speed turn. Yeah.
하지만 슬슬 물리는군. 근처에 융수염이라는 군.
I just heard the song. Very sad. Hey Kiwi! We're gonna find him and sell these.
그럼 오늘 림 컴버 회신 메뉴. 수박을 곁들인
Oh my god, Library of Runa? Is that Roland? Wow. I have nothing but sorry. Do you think we should have a smoke wall item, Sinclair? I don't think so. The reason I don't think we should, at least not now, is because it wouldn't really make sense for us. They actually explained it in the scene, where Sinclair, like, they were like, you know, will we ever see you again? And Sinclair was like, I'm not sure if I was made just for this moment. Like, the world I made was for this moment, or if it was, you know, or if that's my future. So, I think probably not. We're not gonna see it. Yeah. Because remember, guys, Smoke War Sinclair is not a good. It's not a good ending, Sinclair. Yeah, it's not a mirror world. That's the thing. So you got to remember, guys, the second Smoke War Sinclair, that's not a good thing. We don't want that. We're trying to avoid that future. You know? You gotta generate some ego resources. Oop. Yeah. Yeah, we need to figure out more about the mark. Have I read that? No. He's pretty. Yeah, he's Future Trunks. He's pretty much Future Trunks. This is a really fucking the fucking alleyway, dude. Are these? I really love Ryoshu. I think that's definitely, it's definitely like there's definitely something to be said about it. I think he's just too corrupted by the prescript. So it's hard to like, it's hard to say what was genuine or not. Or was it just him being like, prescript, haha. Oh, Camilla would be nice. Also a bastard sword. A coincidence? I think not. Speaking of, damn. I got any keywords? Nothing. Nada. Was it on the bingo list? Oh no, it was definitely not. Makes sense having read it. I was hella hyped. That's awesome. I'm glad. You must poop. What's the deal with Otis and Scissors? So Scissors is, to say the least, a complete envy res assistant. This is, to say this is pretty much the middle's best friend. It's envy res, and the scissor the needle debuff makes it so that when you deal envy damage, they gain bleed count. This is literally the perfect middle ID. Middle ego. It also has probably the best ego gen resource generation in the game, where you consume envy to actually get other affinities every time you clash. So every turn, you consume up to 6 to get more resources. That's pretty good. And if you're running like an envy team, well, you're gonna have only envy resources. So in an envy team, you know, things like gloom is not really common. You know, things like sloth. Well, no Sloth has Sloth, but Gloom is definitely a big one. Not very common. So this kind of solves that issue. The question is she doesn't really have a Envy Res ID yet. That's why I'm telling you, she's gonna have... She might get Marius, man. She might get Marius. It might make it real. Boop. Boop. Dante may have caused it. True, it could be something they do. Flop. But they can't know 9 crew. Well, considering we have Lei Heng, I feel like the Nurse Fathers are on the table, but it'll be the important Nurse Fathers. You know? And what do I mean by, like, the important Nurse Fathers? Well, I mean, like, you know. The most priority Nurse Fathers, I should say. Thank you for smoke. 70 base on all attacks. Hell yeah. Also, I wanted to get a little trolling here on Teddy Bear, so why don't we do a little trolling? Let us inflict. Let's get Ryoshu ego on this.
히 클버 신 오일러.
Boom.
짜증나는 시선이 늘었군.
Get some
앞으로
juicy
한 번만
poise.
기분 나쁜 눈빛.
It's highest resin, so we can get wrath.
힐끔힐끔 쳐다보면
Be nice.
예외 없이 모분이다.
Damn, they're fast. Damn, they're all jumping. Oh wait, they're literally all jumping her. That's crazy. Here we go. Boom. Give me that juicy poise. How much poise is that? I didn't see. Let's have a look.
세 번 베어낸다. 과거를 1000번
Snap.
단조하는
One.
미래에서
Remember, the first time we use this ego, it's at its weakest. And then the second, I think that was a crit. And then once we use it the first time, we build it up using the buffs. Boop. Not bad though. 113. Yoink. Off the rip. And we have a gazillion poise now. Weave, weave. Ow. No, don't stagger me. Ah! Rooster. Har har har. Once we start dealing damage to the teddy bear, we're gonna get like at least 200 up the turn. The chicken rage. Now let's use Yisang. Because we have a lot of burn. Now that we have a lot of burn on the target, we can use Yisang. Use it over his S3. Go. Great tricolor cosm. Think of the damage if I had ego gifts. Oh yeah. Pop. 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 Now he is resistant to pierce. You gotta remember that. But it's more important that we inflict the wrath buff. That. So now, next turn with Yisang, we'll do even more damage. If we stagger him this turn, that's going to be a lot of damage we deal. Nice stagger. Alright. Let's get the... Let's have you counter. We'll have you do a bunch of damage. Let's see how much damage she does with this. Nice. 120 up already, which is very nice. Oh yeah, baby, that great tricolicism. Oh, you love to see it. Damn! That's my ideal man right there. That is my ideal man right there. Love great coat. Now obviously these give us more damage, but that's fine. We gotta go with gnomes. We gotta go attack weight. This is 4-3 though. You know what? Let's go with... we could do church. Special contract might be nice, gives us more resources. Yeah, you know what to do. Yeah, let's go with this. This will be good for Yisang. Yisang Ego's Pierce. Bum bum bum. Dun dun dun. Go, my sang. Strike them down. Yeah. Nice. Attaboy. Alright, my Yi-Sang. Gotta play these ego animations out. This is a very nice one. I love this ego, dude. The ego like fracturing on itself is so cool. Damn! Damn, Yi-Sang, chill, bro. Okay, not bad at all. I mean, they're all Pierce weak, so that's what happens when you hit them when they're on Pierce weak. Very nice. Easy first wave. Not bad at all. 20% increased damage from the Grey Coat. That's pretty much it. Let's see if we get... what is this? This is... Boys, we can actually grab this. This is Gear Shrapnel. Yeah, we'll take Gear Shrapnel. Sure, why not? No, that's CQC manual. We don't want that. We want this. Art of War, and you want to lose the check. Fine. I always got to mention that this is like the only check in the game you have to lose, and it doesn't tell you you have to lose it. Swift command. Here's the shrapnel. That's what we want. There you go. Never fucking mind then. Damn, Ryoshu, never mind. I guess I didn't want free gifts. Maybe. New season, new Canto, same old mirror dungeon. Well, I have not rolled a double tails. I have not rolled a double tails on heads in a while. This is she is back. She is mad. 5% Carmen strikes back. We haven't had a double 5% in a skill check in a while. I think you still get the gift though. Yeah, you still get the gift. She just died. She just died. So we're gonna have to revive her. Oh no, I don't get Ryoshu for this. They killed Ryoshu. Damn, if I knew I would have just sacked someone else, dude. The hell, he died. You saying you have to carry the Canto. You sang. Save the burn season, you sang. Yi sang, save the burn society. I'd speed this up to see how it looks sped up. Boom. Boom. Pretty good speed up animation too. Doesn't feel too slow, doesn't feel too fast. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Banka. Shop time. We have to kind of revive Nelly's shoe, but that's all right. Then we'll have to heal our SP, but that's okay. All right. We have some scraps left over. We can do for... Ooh. There we go. Nice. The keyword stuff? Not really. All right. If he says it, I mean, he might. There's a high chance that Gregor might stay, gone. Like, we don't know, dude. I'm worried for my boy. I hope he's alright. Everyone else is good. Everyone's SP is good. Everyone's all chilling. Yeah, let's go. One more fresh. That's nice. We need some more money. What do you think of the End Corp going into the mirror world? Oh, they're like gonna go in the mirror world? Well, they said they were gonna destroy over them, so that might be interesting. Alright, here we go. So this is going to be where we want to pop Ryoshu Ego ASAP, to be honest with you. We can save Yusang Ego here. So Ryoshu Ego, of course, is we want to pop her first. Because hers goes overall. There you go. Let's speed this up, see how it looks. Pretty good sped up too. I'm critting too, by the way. Jesus. Not fucking bad, dude. I mean, she has Grey Coat's like the only thing she had. Okay. She just did 600. Okay, hold on. They're not weak to slash. She did 640 damage with Grey Coat. That's 20%. So she just did over 450 on turn 1, which is pretty fucking good. What do I hope for the capstone? I think her capstone ID might be like the perfected version that of the concept incinerator, like the DU star. Like they said, it's probably gonna be like her turning into the DUA star. I don't actually get revived. Oh, I arrived at the shop. Just the shop, so nothing too scary. That was very strong. So here's the thing, with Maid Ryoshu as well, at least, because she has attack weight on her skill 2, she deals more damage. Because hitting more enemies has potential to do more damage, and it lets enemies die. So let's see how much damage she does. That's a lot of damage she just did. She's already, chat, look at that. She's already at 200. She's already at 300%. We are 6 out of 40. And I'm already at 300. If you wanted a reference to how fast she gets this like effect. I'm even tempted to do a little E-Sang, you know what I'm saying? I do a little E-Sang here too. Yeah. Not bad. Har har har. Nice. Big dude, already at 600 buff. There are 9 enemies. What pack is this? This is the Church of Gears. So this is from the Walpurgis. The Library of Ruina full stop Walpurgis. Oop. Church of Gears, floor 3, typically you find this on. And you fight a whole bunch of it actually goes up to 12 enemies. Yeah, full stop rifle. So as you can see, here is the max amount of enemies that can appear, I believe. Which is about 12, so 12 is the limit. Speaking of, dude, we have 580 buff. I'm kind of tempted to just use my ego. Y'all want to see me do the ego? What do you think? How much of a buff is that? So 600 Entangled Life is what? 600 divided by 5? It'd be... So this is currently 120%. Not yet. Wait for 99999. We'll do one more wave of 999 then. But I'm going to have Ryoshu attack so she gets the max benefit. Go for 999 corrosion. Alright. I'm statistically going to have Ryoshu attack so she gets the most attack weight. Oh yeah, that's perfect. He's good. Nice. 800, baby. She's almost there. In fact, we could probably get it from this, to be honest with you. Should we... Oh! Oh, look at her effect! Yo, it's the string! It's the red thread! Wow, and that's from the crit damage she has too, by the way. We have the crit damage up. Ooh, I like that. I like the threads are wrapping around her. Very pretty. Very pretty. It's the unsevered thread. I think we should do the base ego first. In this scenario, because I want to see how much the base ego will do. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna not attack with everyone. We're only gonna let Ryoshu attack. Because I want Ryoshu to get as much damage as possible. This pizza? Dude, I wish I had some pizza. Alright, she didn't get as much from that as I thought. There we go. Fuel Ryoshu up a little bit. There we go. Get some more poise count. Get some more damage. Ah, this should do it. Here we go. It consumes everything. That's why you want to get 9. There we go. We got 999. Alright, here we go. We have max buffs now on Ryoshu. Let us see how much damage is going to deal. On a full wave. Alright, Ryoshu. The floor is all yours. We're going to do a awakening for this one. Alright. One awakening, hitting pretty much everyone. This is a full-powered... Yeah, pretty much full-powered. We even have the crit damage up. So we actually have crit damage up from the passive. So as you can see, chat, in wave fights like this, dude, like, getting the crit damage up, I mean, we pretty much perma had it. Use Rhea. Hold on, we'll save Rhea. We'll save Rhea for a boss fight. Save Rhea for a boss fight. Because what we can do is, for a boss fight, we'll corrode her, and then do that. But now, let's see it with the normal awakening. Let's see how much damage this does. I mean, this should wipe them all out. As you can see, no more clash power and stuff, but we're gonna let this fully play out. The final coin is gonna deal, like, it might go like 150, 300, and then like 900. I'm not even kidding you. Let's predict how much damage. I'm gonna guess 1,400 damage. I'm gonna guess 1,400. Ed? Perfect. Oh, I was close. 1,600 damage. I was close, man. I was close. There's a recoil code or 3 turns only. Rhea? Rhea? Oh, you're talking about Era. Era works on for 1 turn. 1,600 damage. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. And remember, that's on multiple people. So if that was single target, that would have done 3k over. Because you gotta remember, single target is 2.5, 2 point times. And that was very easy to fuel, by the way. So the difference between that and Tears of the Tarnished Blade is Tears needs you to die, right? Like, Tears needs you to die or get low HP, but for Ryoshu, you just need to survive the fight. Like, you just need a current objective survive. And you will naturally reach that. Look, we're already at 500 again. We just started. And now, yeah, we have multiple skill slots, but... I thought it lasts for the whole fight. No, it only lasts for 1 turn. Yeah, and we could also buff it by Era. So yeah, it lasts for 1... No, in the boss fight, it lasts for the encounter. But for the actual effect, it lasts 1 turn. Dude, that crit damage up is quite a lot. We have mirror? No, we have keywords. We have no keywords. This is keywordless. We have no ego gifts right now. EX solo? Maybe at some point. Honestly, I understand why Era only... The thing is, Era is so strong, I understand why it only lasts 1 turn. You can't die. You can't be staggered. You deal 100% more damage. You have all unbreakable coins. Yes, this includes ego, at least as far as we're aware. And you heal off everything. So imagine that lasted for 3 turns. I think that would probably just make... That would probably just make everything even easier than you do when you use Marcitus. The only thing we have is Grey Coat. The only thing that we have on here is Grey Coat, and that deals 20% extra damage. So she would have done about 1,400 damage.
하지만 슬슬 몰리는군.
Yeah, the thing is, it is definitely a last resort. That it's a last resort kind of deal. It's one of those things. So it's like, the thing is, when you pop Morositas, there's nothing else you could really pop. Like, if you can't win with Ego, Super Perby is not going to hurt you. Pigarita wouldn't matter if you can't clash anyway, right? So if you have to clash anyway and die, yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like, imagine you imagine you have an Atelier, like an Atelier Heathcliff, right? That does 700 damage on its own. Pop the fucking buff on that. For one turn, you pop someone. Boom! Solos in general, like, I think a lot of, like, solo fights that you can do now are gonna be much better. Yeah, dude, every time the fucking poon happens. Is the free good? Oh, yes. No, the free you saying he goes to a numbers. Ooh! You know what? I have you know what? I know the perfect fight that we can do to test out the solo corrosion on. I love that it's a Papoon. The irony. Is that supposed to be someone? Hold on, people keep mentioning that there's someone in the background, but I didn't notice anything. I gotta have a look. I'll have to pay. I'll have to take a peek. Oh my god, what is it with Ryoshu and Rolling Tails today? Oh my god, she rolled... Dude, that's 5% she's rolled in skill checks. That's crazy. He's doing a little trolling or something. The Wrath Flowers. Yeah, pretty much. We're gonna have all Wrath. Boon. Anything else we want? I mean, this might be nice. Yeah, well, I'll have a look and see the background if I can. That'll be good. We do want that. Doo-doo. Alright, let's have a look, shall we?
헌팅 커틀러리 준비 끝.
I don't see anyone. Oh, that's before. We have to wait for the one with the spoon in there. Alright. So here we have Sign of Roses. What we're gonna do is we're gonna pop the ego at the start. Because this is a turn start buff ego. We're gonna save Yi songs for when the flowers come out. When I start, Clash will counter on use. He's still there? I didn't see anyone. Weird. Alright, pop this on turn 1. Boop. Boop. Suns in the sky. Look like a silhouette? I didn't see anything. I'll have to double check. The food in the community is good, sir. Let. Alright, nice. Flowers. Oh, so many wrath. It's so gorgeous. Oh, it's very pretty. Very pretty. This is perfect. We're gonna start getting some poise count. Beautiful. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna use Yi Song. And we do Great Tricholichism on Yi Sang. And deal with this. Oop. Nice. Atta go, Ryoshu. I knew you'd win that. It's secretly an abnormality. Okay, we got a lot of poise now on her. Lust defeated by the barber. Blep. 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 Nice. Time for a Great Tricholichism Yi Song. Alley-oop. Bang, bang, bang. Ooh, ow. In the mirror you go.
엄마는
Nice.
무기라면 뭐든 잘 다뤘어. 그중 제일 뛰어난 게
Okay, we only got 2 left. We're gonna use... Let's see here. Barbara will take care of that. Ryoshu, you will take care of this. Start dealing damage to this. Isang, you'll start dealing damage to that. And Heathcliff. Yeah, that's fine.
전투응대 나선다.
They're adding reheads to the library. It's a fucking Roblox game. That's crazy. Yeah. Honestly, he gets a lot of value right now anyway. It is a burn ego. I mean, it's burn season. Of course.
영원한 참으로.
Nice with Ryus.
지금
Uh-oh.
완전 삼촌들이랑
Oh no.
동호대
Ryoshu, no!
영원한 무.
Damn it, Ryoshu.
법을 이제야 좀.
Damn it, Ryoshu. Accept. Oh wait, I get unstaggered. Yo, thank you, skill check.
무.
Never mind. I never punished.
역시 모가지를 분질러
Boys season.
조용해지는군.
Well, it's very clearly burn season. It's always burn season. It's never not burn season. It's always burn season. Every season is burn season. Okay, do this.
전투응대 나선다.
Let us build up this stack of poise and damage. We got 400 damage here, but this should do a good amount of damage. Another 100 on top. Beautiful. 500. How's it be? France. Never punish. True. That is the special.
자세 틀림없이.
Peas. Meat. Nice.
아무리 가르쳐줘도 매번
One more
이상하게
turn, and then we get,
심해졌네.
what's the word? Do we have enough count for this? Oh, we have plenty. One more turn, and we will get the flowers returned. Break the flowers.
전투응대 나선다.
Nice. Very nice. 750, almost out at 999. The breach at the Lord of France. You deal 99 damage, her entanglement life travels 99. So how it works is it caps at 10%. So she deals 10% extra damage with the buff. But when you consume the ego, her base awakening deals 200% increased damage on the last coin. But it's ×2 on single targets. This counts as a single target, by the way. So if I use the ego now, she will do it. But I wanna save it. I'm at 750, but you know what I might do? I might do this. Is what we'll do. That should do enough. We'll do some wrath. All right, here's what we're gonna do. This should deal enough to do about 950. Yeah, 822. This is 822 and we're corroding. Oh, like the stacking? Yeah, when you deal 99 damage, you get 99 entanglement. That is how it works. Now we are rolling tails here. So we'll see how much it does at 20. Alright, now it's the final coin that deals the most damage, so we'll see how much. I'm gonna say maybe 500. With the tails roll. 400? I didn't have max stacks as well. So I did not have max stacks for that.
이제시 수에선 벗어나.
So if I had max stacks, that would have been a +3 base power, obviously, and I also rolled tails at the beginning, rolled heads at the beginning. So if I had done all of that, that probably would have been around 900 damage to 1,000 on that. if I didn't roll tails and if I had max power. Is the weakest compared to other egos? Nah, I don't think it's weak at all. It does insane damage. It is quite insanely powerful. I just did the awakening for it before. We're running keywordless, and it did like over 1,500 damage on a boss, which is quite good with very little prep time. You gotta understand, this is an ego that you use once, you forget about it, you leave it, buff it up, and then when it's time to use it, then you activate it. Ow, ow, ow. Damn, he's fast. So when you're doing these type of fights, you pop it at the beginning, get the buff, then you come back to it later. I don't think I'm having enough damage for this. My Heathcliff got staggered. Heathcliff! My Heathcliff! Ah! Oh, you're healing from the flowers, you bitch. Alright, that's it. Speaking of, it's time. Again. Yeah, murder him. Y'all have speed, y'all should be good. Y'all should be good. Ray Tricholica's in this band. Get rid of all that paralyze on me. Great for Triclocism. I think the animation is an acquired taste. I think it's really pretty. It's very technical. That's the whole, like, the animation. It's like a very technical animation. Oop. Oop. And I know, right? The Millie song came out like half a day later. Oop. Like 1,000 damage is that's pretty good. Now she's gonna explode. I think that's really good. I had full crit. I had full crit, about 300. I had 300 of the buff, 1,000 damage on 4 enemies. That's pretty decent. I think it's cool. I think it's really cool. Also, this, I love this Yisang ego. Honestly, this is so cool as well. Wow. I like that it's 12 frames a second. I think, yeah, I definitely think it's intentional. But it might not be, who knows? Yippee! Now, obviously, I intentionally took my time with that fight. And we did the corrosion, right, to test it out. But I purposely went slow in that fight to try out the egos and stuff. Headstrong. You know what? Sure. I think it looks better sped up. Maybe they planned for that, potentially. Alright, let's finish this off with a final wave clearing area. I think, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. The biggest thing is this. The same thing happened with Tears of the Tarnished Blood. When Tears of the Tarnished Blood came out, turn 1, like day 1, a lot of people thought it wasn't good. A lot of people thought it wasn't anything special. But then the season progressed, and Lord Lu came out, and the season existed, and then everyone's like, okay, never mind, this is like the strongest WoW in the game, or like top 2 WoWs in the game. I think the same thing is going to happen to this ego, because at the moment, Ryoshu doesn't have strictly an ID that directly synergizes with it. The closest is Maid Ryoshu, because she fuels it, and she's poised. But once she gets her capstone, and you use the capstone, it's going to be even crazier. How do you speed up? You just hold left click on the in the animation. Just hold left click when the frames come up. Ooh, sun shower. That. Yeah, the capstone might make the stacks faster. Slash, it might make her, what do you call it? Like, yeah, it'll definitely do something with it as well. But I think on its own, it's still really strong. Because, like, as I said, we just tested it, and it does over 1,000 damage on single targets, which is pretty good for a WoW. You know what I mean? Like, doing over 1,000 damage. What about tiers? Sinclair? Sinclair's really good. Sinclair's is strong. It's not as strong as Honglu's, obviously, but his is still very strong. The thing about Sinclair's is it synergizes. You have to activate it at the start as well. That's the thing with tiers. It has the same effect with tiers. Tears of the Tarnished Blood and Sinclair and Honglu, you want to activate at the start because you need to build up the stacks. Now with Sinclair, he's a bit different. You need to constantly use the ego to build it up. But he does get a fuck ton of offense level up. And he does get a lot. It's the same thing as Tidal Elegy? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Sinclair is high. It has high base damage. So Honglu it has very low base damage, but then as you scale into the fight, it gets better. Sinclair's is the opposite. Sinclair's is the beginning you use it, and it's strong, and then each time you use it, it gets stronger, but once you reach a certain point, yeah, you spam it for Honglu, but when you reach a certain point, he dies. So you gotta play the game. You gotta be careful. You gotta like, oh, am I gonna, don't want to explode, no, yes, no, you gotta work around that. All right. As I said, we're only going to be doing 5 floors today, so we're going to be finishing this off with this finale. I can't tell what team you're trying to use. I just joined. So these are just all the Battle Pass ego. So we have Meichu, who can fuel her Battle Pass ego and also is a poise unit. We have Yi Sang, who is a burn unit, obviously, who's going to focus on his Tricolicism. So we have Ryoshu Tricolicism for her poise. This is keywordless as well, by the way, so we have no keywords. So this is raw damage. We have Yi Sang because his is burn focus. So both of them are burn focused, but Ryoshu wants to crit. Yi Sang is focusing on burn. And also he has, his wrath damage is at the best here. Heathcliff, we have obviously Reg. I think what's it called again? It's called Clear and Reg or something. It's called Move and Reg. We have Move and Reg for Heathcliff, and then Odism, we have I'll Be Scissors. Now, we haven't used them as much this session because we're focusing specifically on the WoW, but yes, that is what we are doing. And like for Yi Sang, I want to use his ego at the start because it helps me make him stronger. Oh, I should have used Ryoshu ego. That's a misinput. See, that's a misinput from me. I should have used Ryoshu ego because the earlier you use Ryoshu ego, the better. It's exactly like how Tears of the Tarnished Blood works. The earlier you use Ryoshu ego, the better you can use it overall. Now, obviously, I can still use Tricolicism here. That's not going to hurt me. Tricolicism gets better, though, the more effects you have on the target. So, for Tricolicism, it would be better if we waited. But, look at this damage. Pretty good damage. Not bad. We rolled tails on the last coin, too. And I believe they're pierce resistant. Why don't I use Holiday Heath? I mean, yeah, if I wanted to be, like, super optimal about that, yeah, I'd use Holiday Heath. I don't want them to actually kill them. I want Ryoshu to kill, so we're going to do this. Perfect. So we want Ryoshu to activate hers as early as possible. The reason we want Ryoshu to activate hers is because the earlier we get it, the more buffs we get. It's very smooth when you hold this fast forward button. I think that was definitely planned. I mean, look how smooth it looks. But yeah, I mean, this damage is not sleeper, especially for the turn 1, 700 damage. Not bad. Now we start building. As you can see, we already built up stacks. May I get max damage on the ego? Maybe we'll try that. That sounds fun. It does sound something like we can do. Obviously, because we have lower enemy, we have less enemies, less sinners here. We get more skill slots, which is good for this instance. This is gonna be a lot of damage. That's a lot. Already at 500. La 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 la. Yeah. We're definitely gonna be experimenting. Is it just growing resentment? Pretty much, except instead of taking damage, you want to deal damage. But that is a good way to put it. Yeah, it's kind of just like growing resentment. So if you want to think of it like that, That's a good way to think about it. Yeah, this is also not including the Gabra buff, which we did say we wanted to try out. That was good damage. Look at that. We're already at 900, I think. It will carry, yeah. I think this ego is just going to carry in general for Ryoshu's, just because it does more damage. Like, more damage is fun. More damage is good, so. Alright, we're pretty much at 99. So there it is. So if I wanted to, I could use it right here, to be honest with you. And you know what? I might do that. La 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 la. I literally think none of them are gonna survive this. Let's see. Boom. Alright. Pretty much at max buff almost. We'll get it back easily, so it's fine. Boom. Boom. And die. Gnome lived, but that was actually calculated. And look at that, we're already at 284 because we have double skill slots. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. I cannot handle him. He is very strong. Hiya! Nice stagger. Obviously, because we have less characters, the ego is much more common for us to use. In a normal fight, we were generating at half the rate, and we would be spending at half the rate. So, that's the difference. Like, dude, imagine on... Oh my god, imagine you this ego with fucking Orshu, dude. Orshu does like 350 damage minimum on skill 3. As you can see, look, we're already at 99. So why don't we get 99 and let's corrode on... or let's use it on... use the awakening on Papa. I say Papa. His name is fucking Santata. 999. I mean, we can solo. You know what? We'll try corroding it as well. Actually, let's try corroding because corroding does more damage. We also have the max base power now. So for corroding, you only want to corrode when you have 999 stacks because that gives you +3 base power, which is very, very high. Do 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 do. Up. Nice. We are at the 99. He is the power of the library. I do wonder if anything new would be an invader. I wonder what would be the invader. Alright, here he is. Santata. Let us corrode and see how it goes. I'm gonna corrode, but I'm gonna unoppose because I don't want to oppose with this. Alright, well, we'll jump this and... How much SP does this suck out of me? 45, so it goes to a neutral. Alright. Let's try this. Now, if we roll all heads, that's just unlucky RNG. But if we roll 2 tails at the beginning and 1 head at the end, it's a lot better for us. And we did roll 1 head at the beginning, which is unfortunate. Yeah. Double tails? Alright, let's see how much damage this does. No tails? No, no head, no head. No head, no head, no head. Maybe around 500 damage? Oh, we got head. That's unfortunate. Yeah, so that one's going to do a lot of damage because of the head roll. That would have done over 800 damage, but we rolled heads. Feels bad. Yeah, that would have done over 800. Very unfortunate we got double heads, which is kind of the worst thing we could have got. Because the thing is, with that attack, the final coin is the most important one. So losing the... So unironically, we got really bad RNG, right? Let me explain why. The first tails, the first head, right, affects the rest of the base coins, which is really bad. And then the final coin is the most important coin. It has to deal the most damage. And it has all of the effects on it. So that also rolled ahead. So we really did get kind of just the most unfortunate combination there. Maybe that in that instance probably would have been better to just awaken it. But, you know, fuck it, we ball. Idiot what idiot. I do genuinely think the awakening is probably better in a normal circumstance, except when you have to crowd. Ow. 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 What are you saying? My horseshoe. Die. He's like, I like how it's just wrapped in the threads. Goodbye, Santa. Yippee. So much yapping. Ah, so much yapping. And there you go. We're not going to go superposition today. We're just testing out the battle pass ego. So I'm pretty happy with these new ego, man. Has a new download text, but no download error. Oh my god, the amount of yapping going on. Holy shit. Okay. Whew, all right. Has a new download text, but no error. Try. Have you cleared cache? Maybe you might have to do clash check or verify files. But apparently a lot of people are having this download issue now, but I haven't not noticed it. Holy yeah. Yay. Obviously, we're only doing 4-5. Drawing out? No, we're done now. Remember, I'm still going off like 2 hours of sleep. I pretty much haven't slept today. We do make this. That was good. Right, we've already claimed the reward for today. We'll claim more. Well, that'll make up for it. Is there a figure? I don't... People said that there's a figure, like, over here. I don't see it. Maybe there is. Alright, well, now that we can start grabbing boxes. Ooh, pass. Yay, boxes. I started the Hasuna stream. Well, there you go. I will end it off, and then y'all can move over to Ali to watch her. What do you think about people saying that eventually we'll get a separate system similar to IDs? I think that's a possibility, but maybe a reached possibility. I think it might be. I think we might get a whole new set of variation IDs, but I'm not sure if it'll be a whole new system entirely. But I do kind of agree with that sentiment. I swear there's someone there. Maybe it's a pipe. Probably it's a pipe. All right, guys. Look, that is going to be it for this Canto 9 follow-up stream. The rest of the streams from now on are gonna just be us playing Mirror Dungeon, doing challenges and stuff like that. So that is gonna be it for now, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care, everyone. You have a good one, and if you keep playing, if you haven't finished C9, you shouldn't be here. But continue in all of your efforts. So take care, everyone. Have a good one. Thank you all for the support and love, and I'll see you all later. All right, take care, everyone. You have a good one, everyone. See you later. Bye-bye.